All right, we're live. I figured tonight do a stream, do a StreamYard hangout and talk about movies and stuff. And I think here in a minute I'll be joined with Matt Thomas, uh, Studio Red Band. So yeah, let's have some fun tonight. Let's talk about movies, hang out. So right now we have no people watching. I got my Diet Dr Pepper. So let's see what happens. Hey, what's up, man? Mass Singer in the house. How's it going, man? Like I said, I think I'll be joined with Matt Thomas here shortly. So I think he's coming in. So now we got two people watching. Let's see what's happening out there in the movie news. I saw a little bit. I know Chris Pratt is in it. I didn't see everybody, like all the people who are in this new Mario movie. Um, I think Charlie Day is the voice of Luigi, and it's going to be an animated film. Stranger Boy, what's up? I'll shoot you a link. All right, there you go, Junebug. Yeah, I did hear about that. We don't need, just like, the rest of the reboots out there. This is another unneeded, unwanted reboot, and I'm over it. I'm just done. The Lost Boys, the first movie's a classic. I haven't seen the second film, but I've heard it's how bad it is. I did like the third one, even though that one, like the sequel, they were direct to video, but I felt the thirst. I think that was the thirst. Yeah, I thought it was a fun little movie. Fun little direct to video sequel. But you don't need a Lost Boys reboot. I'm tired of it. Yeah. But I did hear about Family Guy leaving Adult Swim and TBS. But as far as the Mario cast, getting back to that for a second, let me look at that because I saw that Chris Pratt is going to be Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi. Seth Rogen's in it and Jack Black. Well, I'm just, we'll see what happens. Like, maybe I'm just a little bit indifferent about it. Like, okay, an animated Super Mario Brothers movie, okay, maybe I'll see it, but I'm just kind of indifferent, really. Favorite Tremors, as far as yeah, Studio Red Band's on the way. As far as like favorite creature feature movies, Tremors, Arachnophobia, Jaws. I mean, I would say that. I mean, call that a monster movie. The original Dracula. Yeah, I did send the. I'm gonna try a different email this time, Jimbug. but I'll try again. I'm gonna send it to the same email, so I'll try again. All right, let me try this one. So, all right, there you go. Doing good, Bobby. Doing good. Could be better, but I'm doing good. Pitch Perfect is getting a spinoff series. Didn't know about that. All right, Junebug.
Technology,
Hey,
gotta love it, right?
that's right.
Um, yeah. Regards to the Mario thing, like when I heard it, I thought it was a joke at first. Like Chris Pratt is Mario. Like I like Chris Pratt, but okay.
Yeah, it just seems a little weird. Like I like Pratt as well, but I
Well,
don't know how he's
I
gonna
would
do it.
cast like Charlie Day as Louis. Uh, I, I I would vice versa the cast. You know, Charlie Day as Mario because she's shorter, but they're just doing the voice. So I don't know. I mean, I'll support Chris Pratt. You know, because he's kind of one of the good people in Hollywood. So
Yeah.
and
Well, I know that.
he keeps his mouth shut. So
Well, I heard some people are mad that they didn't get Danny DeVito as Mario.
they were also mad back in the early '90s when they didn't get Danny DeVito as Mario.
Is
So
what Stranger Boy said.
Yes.
it's me, Mario.
Who would you? But would you play Mario?
I don't know. I'm a little too tall for Mario. I'm 6 foot, so or well, 6 foot ish. You know, I'm about 5'11 and a half. I just usually round up. So
Well, have you seen any of the Purge movies?
um,
Oh,
I saw a few of them. They're just not my cup of tea.
I saw the Purge Anarchy when it came out, but I haven't seen the other ones. I did like it though.
Um, I do remember I do remember the hype when Purge election year came out because that was, you know, that was the when Donald Trump and Hillary were debating and everybody was kind of talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, but only me.
Yeah, I haven't. I've only seen the second one. Like the other ones.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just
Who?
it's just not my cup of tea when it comes to horror. I guess you know.
Yeah. Well, he's also asking, what are your top 5 Mario characters?
Um, I'm I'm more you know as I like Mario, but I'm more in the Zelda camp.
Okay.
Link, Zelda, Ganon. Well, Ganondorf probably is number one for me. And it all takes place in the same universe. It's like Marvel. So Ganondorf, Link, Zelda. Um, you know, I mean, I don't know, Donkey Kong, and then Bowser. I don't really know. Like, I'm not really that well connected into that universe. Um,
I guess I
like a,
guess I would just go like, Mario Luigi, Yoshi, the princess.
which princess? There's like 5 princesses.
Daisy, I guess.
What is it? Pete? What is it?
Peach.
Toadstool, Peach, Daisy, Pauline.
And Mom.
I think there's a few others. You know,
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not well that versed in that.
Say you didn't scare
And
me.
Mario, I'm more. The thing is, I'm looking forward to the Zelda this movie because if this is successful, maybe this could lead to a Legend of Zelda movie live action. You know, which
Hmm.
that is what every video game fan wants to see, as far as a movie. I think a live action Legend of Zelda movie.
Yeah, I haven't played a lot of Zelda, so I wish I'd I wish I was able to. I can have more of an answer, response for that.
Are you why?
Um, but I don't know about this one. Should they make an animated Demonic Toys movie? I haven't really seen.
No offense to anybody who does like them, but I always kind of found that, the what is it, Puppet Master, Demonic Toys. I
Yeah,
always kind of found them kind of dumb.
I
Like
haven't seen. I've
I
heard of them.
and I know that whole series like has this big huge following, but I always just kind of found it honestly just kind of dumb. You-
Yeah.
It's all about my car.
What about? Have you seen Godzilla versus Bowser fan films?
I
Poppy's asking.
I did not even know those existed.
I didn't know either.
But that would be interesting. I'll have to say that. Oh, and to me, it's funny. They got Jack Black as Bowser.
Oh, really? Wow.
I mean, couldn't you cast somebody with a deeper voice? Like, I don't know. Gosh, he's dead. But Christopher Lee or something.
Yeah. Do you think like this is going to be like a live action animated like animation blend, kind of what they did with Sonic? Or
I would hope it's just. I would hope it's just animation because would it really work if it was live action? Because Chris Pratt's too tall to play Mario. He's like 6'2", and Charlie Day is like 5'7", something like that.
yeah,
So like if it was going to be live action, it would work better if they reversed the roles. I think.
yeah. It just seems a little. I mean, I understand like you want to have big names in there, but I don't know. I'm just kind of getting a weird feeling with this one.
You know what? I'm just going to throw in this. Like, I think Dolph would have been a better Bowser
Yeah,
if he could really like find a way to deepen his voice.
yeah. Well, we're getting ready to add Matt here. Hey,
Hey guys, what's going on? What's
we
going
were
on,
just
brother?
we were just talking about the Super Mario or the Mario movie.
Oh yeah.
Not the one from the 90s.
At first, I
I
thought
do
it
like
was a
that one.
joke. I thought it was like, what? Like it was like, what? What's going on? And then, yeah.
No, I thought it was a joke at first. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke at first too because, like, big headline: Chris Pratt as Mario. Like, okay, shut up. Because
Yeah.
it was one of those. It was on one of those news. Those YouTube news sites that report on. If like I don't know, Bob from Burger King is going to play the lead in Die Hard 5000. It was one of those sites. And then when
Oh,
multiple people started reporting on it, I'm like, okay, this is legit.
yeah. It's not like that one website. Like we got this covered. I'm like,
hmm
I don't know if you know about them, Junebug, but a
I
lot
don't
of their stuff.
I don't really keep up with a lot of the movie news sites. Like I'm more like follow you guys and the smaller YouTubers who actually like I don't follow the bigger sites because a lot of scoops are scoops. They never turn out to be true. Like I remember, a few years ago, like there was something about like Mark Wahlberg was going to be in the RoboCop remake,
Oh, that's right.
and then what happened with that.
Yeah. Well, maybe he would have been a little bit better than Kinnaman.
I don't know, not by much. Mark, maybe if they make, I'll say this: Marky Mark, he is good when he's not trying to be serious. Marky Mark is a better comedic actor.
hmm
Yeah.
Feel the citations.
So So maybe if they kind of turned RoboCop into sort of a comedy, it could have worked. Which, hey, maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of. I know this is kind of different. Like maybe I'm going off on a tangent here a little bit. I was watching a little bit of Cry Macho last night, which I don't know, just wasn't Clint's best. I mean, I haven't finished the film, but like one thing, what?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not one of Clint's best, but I appreciate, Clint Eastwood. I'm never gonna in his later years. I think the message was there, because Clint did kind of say he wanted to kind of make an anti-establishment movie against PC culture in a way.
Yeah.
So
I know Isaiah saw it. I was going to ask him, but I forgot to ask him. Did it feel like it was like an epilogue, like a last Clint Eastwood movie, or did it feel more by the numbers? Or
Well, I haven't seen I had to finish the last 40 minutes of it. What I saw. I mean, Clint's not bad, but the kid actor bothered me.
yeah, the kid actor's a little annoying, but it does have a good message behind it that being a real man, the whole macho thing is very overrated. What teaches you how to be a real man? That it's not about being macho. It's about doing what's right in the best situation.
yeah.
I was getting ready to say, almost in a lot of ways, the kid's rooster outshines the kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, just make a movie with Clint and this rooster where Clint's a cowboy and he has to take this rooster from point A to point B.
I love it.
But hey, I'm never going to say that Clint Eastwood is going to, in his later years, is going to make a bad movie. Because the fact that we still have Clint Eastwood, I just think is amazing. So,
yeah.
Get that Alice in Chains song in there.
So
get fucking Clint Eastwood all fired up. He ain't gonna die.
that would, but I really do think that just the fact that we still have Clint Eastwood is just amazing. So and the fact that he's still making movies at 91 years old, I hope to make it to 90. What?
I think he has one more left in him.
One more, like a surprise one. Dirty Harry. Harry.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But Dirty Harry escaped from the nursing.
Yeah.
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 Here's what you do. You have
Unforgiven, but not really. Call it.
So here's what you do. Here's what you do.
Forgiven.
Yeah.
This is what you do for Dirty Harry 6. You cast Megan Fox as this hot, young, attractive, and then Clint just sits there and is the total, dirty old man towards Megan Fox. Yeah. And we all know what I'm talking about at the nursing home with those dirty old men.
Like Bubba Hotep.
Yeah, but he sits there and says, give me my coffee, bitch. 4 sugars. Slap. Style.
I mean, Clint has some. I'll say in Cry Macho, Clint has some good, fun lines. I'll have to finish it though, and maybe I'll do a review of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can rent it.
Yeah, man. Though, Bulletproof Monk 2 is really flopping.
Oh, don't get me started.
I didn't even know about that one.
It's a joke.
Did we already say what we needed to say with Bulletproof Monk 1?
No, John knows what I'm talking about. So,
explain it back because I don't know.
Randall Craft for Life did a review of Bulletproof Monk 2, aka Shang-Chi.
Oh,
because
I like Morris. Morris. I like that clip. I'll say that. I like the Ben Kingsley clip that's going around because I was like, that's just funny.
Oh, the little
I don't know. My wife wants to go see it, so I'm gonna have to go see it eventually.
Hey, you know what you do? Tell her her turn to buy the tickets, and you'll buy whatever concessions. That way, you did not pay for the movie, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do with my girl. We switch off. But And then we, buying tickets and one buys concession.
But
That's good.
I'm looking at the kind of catching up with the questions a little bit. I know the Masked Singer asked me, but should they make a Gremlins Scooby Doo crossover?
Imagine if they did.
That'd be interesting.
Because
Yeah.
Scooby would be feeding those motherfuckers, or he'd be stealing their food.
The
One of the two. Be like, no, you can't eat this after midnight. He'd fucking eat it right in front of them and make them mad.
which version of Scooby Doo is this? Is this the kid friendly's version or the lesbian?
Hanna-Barbera.
The lesbian
Hanna-Barbera. The lesbian Scooby.
version,
Yeah.
and you have to get to see Shaggy get stoned.
Yeah. That R-rated cut.
I want
In
to.
the
I actually really want to see that because come on.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that Daphne Velma relationship.
Well, in the movie, don't they have that clip where they're in the van eating,
Yeah.
but there's like drug music playing and stuff?
It's like smoke coming out of the van that makes you
Yeah.
believe that they're getting high, but they're not.
Or like in Harvey Birdman, where they get pulled over
Yeah.
and they're laughing in the truck. They're getting all high. Fucking Scoob.
The Scooby Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog
Courage the
crossover.
Do you guys have this over there? Whoa.
No.
Slush puppy.
We have what over here?
That's hold on. Where's the camera? Oh yeah, slush puppy.
Never heard of it. I got
Yeah.
this.
Oh, and I got this. Oh, it's in the fridge. I got a new Mountain Dew that came out today. It's orange. It's an
Oh,
orange one.
Is it good?
I haven't tried it yet. My wife took some, but I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, what is it called?
Live Wire.
I think it's like Baja Punch or something. It's orange and
Okay.
has a shark on it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I enjoy the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I like that. I like that song when they're going through the tunnel, when they're
Yeah.
sliding down the tunnel.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, Bob Hopkins, was probably like the best actor at that time to play Mario. I know people said Danny.
Yeah.
I just can't
It
see
wasn't.
what he's doing. Like he just like Mario is a do-gooder, hero type. Danny DeVito, if he was the hero, he's kind of more of a dick hero,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't think he fits the role.
But wasn't Tom Hanks considered too for either Mario or
Wow.
Luigi?
Tom Hanks was considered for Luigi.
Imagine that.
Wow, that could be cool.
That would have been
Yeah.
interesting. And because
Mario.
his kids were in the game, Dustin
Mm.
Hoffman asked if he could play Mario.
Wow.
That would have been interesting.
And I know Arnold was asked to play Bowser.
That'd be
Oh,
cool too.
Or it wasn't Koopa?
Bowser and Koopa are the same character.
Oh,
Bowser
okay.
Bowser is his name in America. Koopa is his name in Japan.
Okay. Imagine how
I
that-
read the,
yeah,
the Oh, sorry. I cut you off
I
there.
was gonna say I forgot because Harold Ramis was considered to direct, right?
Wow.
I think Harold Ramis would have.
That could have been cool.
I think Harold Ramis would have been a good director choice. But I think what they should have gotten is not. I'm not saying get Steven Spielberg, but like a Steven Spielberg type, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, because I think he could kind of create that little fun atmosphere that Mario needs. But
Yeah.
but Steven Spielberg at that time would have been too expensive. Like, I don't know. I'm going to throw in this name because he's a very underrated director. I'll throw in. I think Nick Castle could have done a good Mario movie.
Yeah.
I mean, because Last Starfighter and
Major Pain.
and Dennis the Menace kind of have that. I think have that tone that Mario should have, sort of that kid friendly, but adult
Mhm.
when it needs to be tone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was It sucks because we found out what kind of asshole Max Landis was.
Yeah.
But I read his Mario script, Could have been pretty good. It would have been 3 movies for sure because it was fucking long. It was like a 9-hour movie, but it was pretty. I gotta say, it was pretty damn exciting.
What would have taken place?
Like Wario, Peach, and
Um.
someone else get. I think it's Toad. I'm not sure.
Oh, I did watch.
It might not be.
I did watch Paul Hogan's new movie.
Oh,
Cracked
did?
out on me. 3.
Oh, the meta movie, the meta
Yeah.
comedy he did.
Yeah, I liked it. You know, he subtly made fun of PC culture and how stupid it is. So,
I'm just glad he's still around.
yeah.
He's what, in his 80s?
Yeah. 82. Yeah, that would be cool. A Star Fox or a Metroid F-Zero movie. Although
Yeah.
Metroid,
What was cool about the Max Landis one was everybody was in it.
Oh, like
Like
all the characters?
all the Nintendo characters were in it to some degree. I should read that again because it was pretty interesting. I'll give you that.
cool though.
Yeah.
And who I would cast as Samus, I want to see Keira Knightley do it.
That'd be interesting.
Because, you know, she could play that badass type, but I feel like she could kind of have that certain vulnerability that Samus has too.
Yeah.
Either that, or I'm going to throw in another one. She's kind of an unknown. Her biggest claim to fame was she was in the Carrie remake, which I know is not necessarily like a good movie, but
The Rage one or the other one?
the one with Chloe Grace Moretz.
Okay. I don't know if I saw that one.
Gabriella Wilde is her name. She's this younger, she's this unknown British actress, but she would be, I think she would be a very good Samus. First of all, I just think she would be a very good action star because, you know, she'd be one of the first, you know, let's face it. You know, I love you, Sigourney Weaver. I love you, Linda Hamilton, but you're not like drop dead gorgeous. You know, I want to see a drop dead gorgeous action star. You know, like one of those women where you sit there, you look at them, and you're like, damn. You know,
Yeah.
Was she in that Australian movie about the store that was based on a book? It was about women selling dresses.
she might have been. She's done a lot of British movies, so
Really good movie. I gotta say, I was just like, trying to find something to watch. We couldn't find anything. We saw that. We watched it, and it was really, really good.
I think she was in a movie about. You remember a few years ago there was this gang of thieves who called themselves the Bling Rain. They would go into celebrity houses and steal jewelry and stuff. Like they stole from Bruce Willis, they stole from Megan Fox, they stole from Sylvester
Wow.
The
Stallone.
blue people. The blue people. You said
That like they call themselves the Bling Ring.
Okay.
the blue bling.
The Bling Ring, and they call and so
Bling
like
The blue bling ring.
yeah, so they literally stole from. I think she was in that movie because I made a movie about that a few years ago.
Was Bruce Willis in it?
No, probably because they stole Bruce. I don't know. Maybe Bruce Willis got pissed off because they stole his golden toilet or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They must have stole this script for the movie because he was.
A gold, right? Bruce Willis has a golden toilet.
That was sarcasm.
I'm about to say,
From Trump Tower.
I can believe it.
Hey,
I was in here. They just spray painted me gold. Someone just walked in and spray.
Yeah. What was that? What?
I don't know.
What
Maybe they should steal a. Maybe they should steal
Yeah.
the Speaker of the House's refrigerator. That costs $10 million.
Yeah. What do you think Bruce Willis has in his fridge?
Like that. No, I'm saying they should steal the Speaker of the House in the U.S. They should steal her refrigerator that has a gelato machine in the refrigerator. It also has a beer dispenser in the refrigerator
Oh,
and everything.
fuck! I need that.
Why do you?
Yeah.
Why do you need that for a refrigerator? Like I could go.
I
On
need a beer
Craigslist.
dispenser.
I want a beer dispenser in my refrigerator, but like,
Yeah.
even if I had that money, I couldn't force myself to buy something like that because it would be stupid, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want something that'll last for a few years.
Honestly, when I become a filmmaker, I don't want all this big expensive stuff. I just want lots of land.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want private land. Because you know
Live off
people are
the
going to be
grid.
after you all the time.
Yeah. But what are some of your favorite movie duos?
Tango and Cash,
Hmm.
Rambo and Co.
Laurel and Hardy.
Rocky and Polly.
Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. Whatever. I mean, the last one they did. Well, I mean, I guess are you talking about pair ups, like acting wise, or I mean, movies?
Abbott
Riggs.
Costello.
Yeah. I would say that. If you ever want to make a story and can't seem to finish,
Yep. Doing one right now.
All the time.
Can't finish it. There's no ending. There's just no ending. It's going to be one of those. When you get to that point, you get to that point.
I used to write some years back, but I can't remember what I wrote, and I never finished.
All the time. I have that problem with really bad writer's block, and then I come back to it, and then I like never come back to it. So
But what if they made a Tom and Jerry Ghoulies crossover?
be interesting.
I've never seen Ghoulies.
No. What would be better? Tom and Jerry have to fight the ghoulies, the critters, gremlins. I think there's one other one.
Munchies.
Gremlins.
Munchies.
Munchies, yeah. Just have Tom and Jerry. They have to fight all of them.
The Commando
Like an
Elite from Small
Expendables
Soldiers.
of yeah. The Gorgons.
Yeah.
Yes. And like for whatever reason, like the small soldiers are on like Tom and Jerry's side.
Yeah. Chip Hazard.
100 you are going out. 25 of you coming back.
Should Chris Nolan make a dark and gritty Casper the Friendly?
Imagine if he did.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
twist would be there was no ghost.
I will say this. It would be interesting.
It
I'm
would
not
be.
gonna lie, but like I don't know if it just because you think of the idea doesn't mean it should.
Hood.
I think all the comedy will be sucked out of it. Or any
It's
comedy for that matter.
You
The
know,
hood would not stay on my hat.
honestly, that's what
Oh,
I
no.
love to see Christopher Nolan do.
I
Like,
have a feeling. Oh, go ahead.
like I would love to see Christopher Nolan do like a screwball like comedy. Like just I don't know, no, like something like I don't know, like Christian Bale and his wife, they buy a house and they have to fix it up, but it's like one of those really bad fixer uppers,
Mhm.
And like Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan just do something like that,
I have a feeling if it was Chris Nolan, he would be like, okay, let's take out the trio of Stretch, Fatso, and Stinky. Let's just make it about Casper and making this an origin story
We'll get to see how Casper died.
and be 3 hours long.
Hey, there's nothing the matter with a 3-hour movie. It depends on the director, though. But not every director is that type of director.
But I'm thinking, like, I keep thinking about the Casper movie from the 90s, and I'm like, okay, what if Nolan had his hands on that?
Right.
What would that look? Yeah.
Right. But hey, I mean, The Godfather is almost 3 hours long, and that's a great movie. So
to make it like, then you can do it like, you know, do it
Casper
like
Rises.
do it like Godfather it. Like have a Godfather type of story in the ghost world. I don't know.
He wasn't just a ghost.
Yeah.
He was like a mafia son or something, you know.
Yeah.
He was intended to inherit the crown. And then
I don't know.
Joe Pesci shows up. Hey, sucker. Yeah, imagine
Yeah,
Joe Pesci voice Casper.
Oh man.
Don't eat Shane Black's pussy or your teeth will fall out. Take it from me, I'm a dead ghost.
Does it look like a clown to you?
What's so fucking funny
What's so
about
funny?
me?
Do I look like a ghost?
I did hear this. I know. John, I don't think you're looking forward to it too much, but Dune,
Dune.
the new Dune movie, within 24 hours, reached $37 million in England.
Wow. Have you seen it?
No, it's not released in America yet.
I thought it was out
Wow.
already.
No, it's not released in America yet. It comes out the October 22nd.
Wow.
Which, hey, breaking that record in 24 hours, that is huge.
Yeah.
I sent
Oh, I had a question, but
it to somebody who said that Dune would not make any money. I'm like, dude,
Dude's gonna make a lot of money.
in a matter of 24 hours, if it makes $37 million, that pretty much guarantees it's a hit right now in England. And
Yeah.
the first weekend.
I just
I
haven't
have a
read the
question.
books.
Oh, I have a question for you. Was for the last Predator movie, did Shane Black direct that, or did Shane Black write that?
He did both.
Okay.
Along with Fred Decker, right? Who wrote the movie?
Right, which they needed
And
another.
Fred Decker. Okay.
They needed another writer, and they just needed. Oh, I did hear some. You guys want to hear some Disney rumblings that I've heard?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Bob Chapek might be breaking the record for the shortest CEO ever at Walt Disney.
Oh, they're gonna kick him out?
He might be getting fired.
Wow.
Because he's made some very poor decisions. He made the decision to, okay, listen, say what you want about, the whole, all these women suing Disney. The fact of the matter is Disney broke contract. It's basically to the extent of, you guys have millions of dollars, but you know what? You still, if you work for somebody, you still should get paid, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so here's the thing.
Hollywood fucks everybody on that.
No, here's the thing with that. That what they did was those movies were guaranteed to be released in theaters, not on Disney Plus. Guaranteed. Scarlett Johansson,
Yeah.
Elizabeth Stone, and Emily Blunt all signed the contract saying that this will be theatrical release only.
Mhm.
And Disney broke contract by releasing them on Disney Plus. And so, technically, when she was sitting there going to court for Disney, yeah. And there's also another lawsuit going on at Disney right now.
Well, speaking of Scarlett Johansson, Uriel wrote this.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm like,
I think she should sue them. I'd sue them.
Yeah, no, it's
because they're cashing out on her likeness,
yeah.
even though she's Black Widow and she signed. They're still cashing out on her likeness on something they never asked her about.
Well, it's the same. It's the same situation. Like, if John, if UPS did not pay you all of a sudden, you'd get pissed off and you might consider suing them, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
The same thing with your job.
Definitely.
So if they all of a sudden, like, you put in, like, what, Scarlett Johansson has put in like 12 years for Marvel, right?
Right.
Hmm.
You put in 12 years for the company, and then all of a sudden they decide not to pay you for whatever reason. I'd sue them too,
And it's not like just picking up a paycheck at the end of the week. It's residual, a lot of money.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know.
And Bob Chapek said he's the reason why, like, Hollywood. Have you heard about this? A lot of actors for Marvel, and so because some of them have wanted to remain anonymous in this situation. There's a rumor right now that Hollywood is going to call into unions on Bob Chapek.
Wow. I had no idea about that.
That's what the union's there for. Do it.
And guess what? If they could find out that that he's basically being what they think Donald Trump is, I'm not trying to get into politics here, but if they could prove that, like, that they think he's a big greedy businessman, Bob Chapek is going to get fired.
Well, let's look at it this way. In the music industry, it's 8 cents, right? Every time. So ticket sales, even if it was 8 cents, that 8 cents is going to add up. But if everyone's buying it on TV and it's not in your clause, why is it not in your clause? Because why isn't it in everybody's clause? Everybody should be complaining about that too.
Well, here's the thing. They even pissed off Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford, and even Carrie Fisher's estate. All the actors who were in the original Star Wars and the prequel trilogy, because Bob Chapek cut this from the contract from Lucasfilms. Lucas, even American Graffiti, and everybody who has worked for George Lucas. Everybody who has worked for George Lucas had it in his contract that, okay, even that guy who is just an extra gets a fraction of a cent.
Yeah.
Of a film, or DVDs, or Blu-ray releases, VHS, etc. A fraction of a cent. Now, a fraction of a cent is very small, but
after a while,
Star Wars, that adds up.
Mm-hmm.
And even Indiana Jones, and that includes, young Indiana Jones, and we're even talking crappy Ewok movies. From the 80s, but the good crappy sort of fun bad. So that's one of the reasons why, if you worked for Lucasfilm back in the day, you were guaranteed to be maybe not necessarily a millionaire, but at least have a pretty decent paycheck and residuals for your film. Bob Chapek cut that, apparently, because his whole strategy after. You have to understand. I think I can see where he's coming from a little bit. He came into the position of CEO after a possibly planned disastrous event, and then he goes and sits there, and his entire goal was to save money. Like, that's one of the reasons why people don't like the parks now. He was chairman of the parks before that, and he decided to always cut money on the parks.
Oh, wow.
So
that's not good. That's really not good.
Bob Chapek.
That's really, really not good, because already it was at the line, right? People were fucking having to choose if they could eat today or stay at Disney for a couple more hours. You
want to hear something else, Matt Thomas? Here, Studio Red Band.
Yeah.
One of the things that Bob Iger did, not Bob Chapek, but Bob Iger, Michael Eisner, after Walt Disney was the best CEO Disney ever had. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked how he used to actually take time to get into the productions. Remember when it was on TV?
Yes.
And he would do a little intro in the beginning, a little outro.
Okay. Basically, the equivalent of $20 an hour Michael Eisner paid everybody at least the equivalent of $20 an hour. I think
That's pretty good for those times.
because I think in California, I think minimum wage is $15 an hour.
You guys are lucky. Californians are lucky. Ain't that way down here. But yes, I see what you mean. $20 is very, very good. And it's good also because then the workers want to give their best.
Well,
professionalism.
Things that Bob Iger did when he became chairman, he cut their pay.
Mm.
That is one of the reasons why, like you hear a lot of Disney employees, they're not happy. Like a lot of Disney employees now, like Abigail Disney, who she was Roy E. Disney. This was his niece, or Walt's niece. Walt's niece, Roy E. Disney's granddaughter. I get it confused sometimes because too many Disneys, you know.
Yeah.
How Bob Iger was probably the worst decision Disney ever made, and she says, "Oh, I like Bob Iger," but you could tell, like, dude, you're just flat up say it. You don't like him because he is one of the other things that he like. Okay, it's got at Walt Disney World sometimes, and all the Disney parks that sometimes employees, you know, because they get paid minimum wage, they can't even afford to, you know, eat. Sometimes they have to go to the trash can, and it's the fresh food that somebody threw away. They have to. That's their. I mean, and the thing is, Disney. They a lot of people who work for Disney, they just don't have the balls because Disney does have that no striking rule. Because Walt had people. The reason why somebody striked when Walt was there was it was just a pissed off employee. He was just being a dick, you know. Walt all of his employees fairly, a guy being an asshole, and he had this. So after that, Walt Disney has this no striking rule, and I think a lot of people now we just don't have the balls to strike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone's afraid. You know, everything's so cutthroat now too that there's like no shame. They just do it right in front of the employees, and it sucks also because like that's gonna fall into other areas as soon as they get away with doing that with their workers. It's gonna fall into other places like your room service, or they're gonna make your food more expensive, or maybe one of those rides isn't gonna get fixed one day, and then
here's the
you know race to Space Mountain.
He believed this. Michael Eisner, if you worked for the company and you were like, you know, you got free hotel, you got free living, Disney paid for your living, you know, you got free, you basically just were a guest there, but you were working. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Disney just paid for all of that stuff. Like,
I don't know if I can say this.
Go ahead.
Without getting in trouble. My wife used to work there.
Yeah.
And
was this Michael Eisner or Bob Iger?
I'm guessing this was in 98.
Okay, so Eisner.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Eisner.
Like if I had to take a guess, I would say because I don't think I ever got when it was, but
because Michael Eisner left in 2005.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
is he still alive, that guy?
Yeah, he's still alive. He produces that one TV show, Glenn Martin.
They should ask him to come back like as an overseer, you know?
He says he wants to now because he said they're pissing on my legacy. Like if you listen to Michael Eisner.
Well, yeah, he's very passionate to begin with, you know. Really cool spoken guy.
I say what they should do is maybe, you know, I don't know if any of his kids would be interested. But like, you know, I'm sure he get his kids to do it. You know.
I think we're gonna have somebody join us here in a second.
All right. Yeah, cutting money is not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good.
No.
Plus, when the taxes come through, they have to pay so much more. Some people make less too. Well, anyway, my wife said that when she worked there, she said it was incredible, like just incredible.
So yeah,
Like the perception of
that definitely sounds more Eisner era because everyone loved. Like Eisner had the idea, like through the trash collector at the parks, you could pitch
Mhm.
to the parks. You could pitch an idea to him directly, even if it was
Wow.
even if it was a bad idea.
I mean, I haven't been to Disney
You know,
World.
and and we're talking only park rides. You couldn't like pitch a movie because that's a bunch of legal stuff.
Yeah.
But like one of the employees, he decided he Michael Eisner loved this idea, and he even drew concepts for it. They wanted Mickey Mouse hotel, a giant Mickey Mouse hotel. But the only problem
John
is
showed me that Predator Mickey Mouse for the new movie.
Yeah, the director did that.
but then one employee sit there and said, "Hey Michael, I don't know if this would be very Disney because people would be making stupid jokes about a certain area where they're saying Mickey, if we know what I mean."
I'm trying to. So
Because there was this giant.
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of snakes at Disney, man.
There was this giant. So he said you get some employees sitting there saying, "I'm staying in Mickey Mouse's crotch."
Oh, because of the whole. Oh yeah, okay, I get it. I get the idea.
Yeah.
When I went there, there was giant
you
everything. There was like giant Lady and the Tramp, giant Jungle Book characters, giant everything. Like giant. Like I think I had pictures on my Facebook of it of like I'm walking outside the top floor of the hotel. I think it was arts and animation, where the big bowling pins are, and in back of it there was like a fucking Lady and the Tramp thing that was still higher than me. Like still higher than the roof.
Fellas, we're about to have someone join that I know he's a good guy up here. Yenko.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm getting ready to add him here. In 3, 2, 1. Hey.
Hey.
Yo.
Hey.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going,
Hi.
Yenko?
Hi.
This is the first time we talk.
Man. Eat, sleep, work.
Oh, what's that? I'm sorry. Hey, man.
Yo.
That's the first time we've talked. I know.
Yeah. What's up?
But not much, man. But I guess you know the guys here.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen you guys in the chat. Yep.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think Junebug was talking about Disney or something.
Yeah, just a little Disney rant because how Bob Chapek the Bobs or the Boobs, where I'm sorry, he has kids there, so. But yeah, the Bobs are kind of being idiots with cutting employees' pay and everything, and when like Walt and Roy, when they ran the parks, they would. Walt and Roy would go out of their way to pick up the trash. Because they said if we're not good enough to pick up trash, we're not good enough to work at this park. And for these people, I could never Bob Iger or Bob Chapek doing something like that. They would probably go order one of the employees to go pick up the trash and yell at them. When you work for people like this, like how you make people happy is you give them good pay, and then honestly, like I don't know if I know certain employees had this. I don't know if I did hear that Michael Eisner even had a quarterly bonus when they worked for Disney too. I don't, and so like Bob Iger cut that out, the quarterly bonus. All to save money.
Yeah.
And last year, Bob Iger got like, I believe his paycheck was like his bonus last year, his tax bonus, because taxes are public record. He was like somewhere in the high millions, like we're talking $300 million.
Wow.
Ouch.
Can't use some of that money. You're a billionaire probably. You're telling me you can't at least use some of that money for maybe a worthy employee or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying give them all the money, but like say, hey, you're employee of the year. Here's a bonus.
And plus, they work at a theme park, right? So they can like make a special day, show some appreciation. Maybe the park's closed to everyone, and you guys just do whatever you want.
Well, like you could even make at Disney World. There's like a parade all the time. Maybe like have have like a day where you celebrate the best employee at that certain park.
Mm-hmm.
And like this is a parade for you, and you also get a bonus with this or something.
Do you think they have it set up like they have like leaders of each park? Like, do you think like each individual section? Do you think there's like one person who runs a whole section, or do you think it's like one person per park?
There's one guy in charge of the entire park industry in each park around the world. So like, I think Bob Chapek was more or less the head of the original the Disneyland, and then Disney World. There's somebody in Disney Paris. There's somebody in Tokyo Disney. There's somebody in Shanghai and Hong Kong Disney.
Interesting.
Which I like I said, I know all this because I actually did apply, and I'm going to kind of keep pushing a little bit because I actually did apply to be the head of Walt Disney when I heard Bob Iger might be. And I made a couple of videos about it on my channel because I just and I know I've said it was kind of a joke, but I did kind of take it seriously just because you know what, like I wanted to make Disney great again. So
I think we all do.
Yeah.
But keep on going for it.
After Michael Eisner left, that's when Disney started to suck in a way.
And now I just keep going down the drain.
He was the eye in Disney.
Hey, John, every drain can be clogged.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's cool to see Yenko here. I mean, because
what's going on?
I mean,
Not much.
guys. I know that you've been in Fabio's streams, and you've left kind words and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's cool to finally meet you.
Yeah, man. I'm here in the flesh.
Yeah, you should just send Fabio the link.
Yeah.
Well, Scotty's in the house, so he might, if he wants to join.
Nice.
Let me know.
Scotty.
Got some celebrities going on here tonight.
Yeah. Well, I know we talked about this earlier, but now that Yenico's in here, we got this question again. What's your take on this? I don't know if you've heard about the Mario Brothers movie. Chris Pratt.
I mean, I remember the Mario Brothers TV show back in the day, but
with Lou Albano.
I don't know about an animated one, but
do you think they're going to animate them exactly like they are, or do you think they're going to maybe put a little deep fake a little Chris Pratt in there?
I think they probably are going to tweak it.
I was thinking maybe it'll be a live action animation blend, but I'm not sure about that. Like, they should take a page from Sonic.
The one I can't get over is Jack Black 2000.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why not get like Hugh Jackman, or somebody with a deeper voice? You know what I mean?
You can make him Luigi, and take out the other guy. I don't even know who that other guy is.
Luigi. Or Wario.
Are you talking about Charlie Day, the guy from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Pacific Rim.
I was saying.
Oh, okay. I've seen him. I didn't recognize him though. You know what we want.
Why
All
not?
right, Scott, I'm
Why not
getting
get
ready
Clive
to
Owen
get you in here.
as Bowser?
Yeah, Clive Owen's cool.
Clive Owen would be a good Bowser.
They should make a shoot 'em up too.
Or you know what? I'm watching Die Hard right now. It's on AMC. Get Robert Davi as Bowser.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you guys think about this one?
You
Oh,
know what?
God.
I'm mad because for 3 days now I've been trying to get my Doom to work on Oculus and it's not working. And I've downloaded like everything and it's still not working.
You know what? As long as we get to hear Bugs Bunny say, "Give me the big fucking gun." I'm
Yeah,
down.
it has like Acme written across the gun.
Exactly. No. Even if we can't have Bugs Bunny curse. What I would do is just give me the big bleep gun. Even if we had something like that, as stupid as that would be, yes, just have Bugs Bunny sit there, bleep 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 it every time.
They should make words that sound like swear words that aren't swear words. Like fuck, instead of fuck, you could say like fug. But it would sound like fuck. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you. But it's not,
Or
And I think Scott is going to join us here in a second.
no, even better. Or what they could do, they could have Daffy sit there and call Bugs Bunny a pussy because says, "You pussy, you can't." Damn it! No, I can't.
have the word like bitch. Like when someone says bitch, it like bitch across like Batman.
Yeah.
How?
Yes.
All right, what are some of your favorite movie trios?
Trio from
The Three Stooges.
Three
yeah.
Stooges. I would.
But trio from Burn Hollywood Burn. That would be fun.
And Murtaugh, Riggs, and Gitz.
Yeah.
What about you, Ninko?
Probably the guys from the Three Men and a Baby. Tom Selleck.
Good one.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great
Yeah.
answer. By the way,
They
get
need
ready
to do
add-
another one now with their grandparents.
They were gonna do
Yeah,
one.
3 old men and a baby.
No,
Hey,
one
get ready
a few years ago. Three Men and a Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember something like that. But
Honestly, hey, some of the stuff on Disney Plus is not that bad. The Turner Hooch TV show, I like it because it's different. It's not the Turner and Hooch.
You know what they could do? They could do something where they could kind of do like a Richard Donner kind of thing where they bring in like the daughter has her own family now, but all the men are actually married to different people and have side families and blend all the families together and make a series.
I think they could do that. Like I honestly would love to see maybe they need to do it before Tom Selleck, dies.
do you guys remember the hoax from the first movie where there was like some boy that like died during filming? And he
Yeah.
By the way, I'm getting ready to add Scotty here. So,
Hey
there,
Scotty.
what's up? Hey,
Great Scott.
hey, Studio Red Band, and hello, Yenko, I guess.
yeah, we were just talking about 3 Men and a Baby or 3 Men and a Bride.
Is that going to be the third one or a reboot?
They were
I
talking
think it's just an idea.
Still pending.
who?
Oh,
Hey, who do you
Yeah.
cast though? Who do you cast though as the girl that's older now?
Oh, you mean
Get the same
little
girl.
lady?
Well,
Get the original baby.
who
All
should
these
not Brie
years.
Larson.
No.
Oh,
I was getting ready to say that.
I read your mind, didn't I?
she's got
Alex-
that cat.
She will not do that because remember she hates white men, so she wants no part of the Selleck.
I got somebody.
Oh,
Alexander.
Selleck would definitely put her in her place for sure.
Yep.
I got somebody. Alexandra Daddario.
Who's that?
was well, the only thing you might know her from, although not very station of her talent. She was in Texas Chainsaw 3D. She was the girl with the
Okay.
really oh, or get John's favorite actress, get Megan Fox in it.
Oh God.
Oh, Megan Fox.
Get
Expendables.
Scotty, do you remember that 3 men and a little baby thing with that kid dying? He died like in the room.
You're talking about the very first movie that an actor died?
Yeah. There was like this big like thing, where there was this boy like in the background of the VHS copy. It turned out to be some cardboard cutout of like Ted Danson.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
um,
I heard. Is there something like some kind of? I've heard before, like there's a ghost that appears in the movie, or something?
It was supposed to be some ghost, but I guess through the years they said that it was some cutout cardboard of like Ted Danson from like a extras.
Oh,
Wow.
hey, I'm gonna throw in somebody too who could play the older baby, Brooke Hogan.
Oh God, no.
Hulk Hogan?
Brooke Hogan.
Oh, Brooke Hogan.
That shit Hulk Hogan.
Hey, Brooke Hogan though. I don't know if you guys have actually seen her in some of those crappy movies that she does, but out of all those crappy movies, she's actually the one who shows the most acting talent. I'm not even kidding.
She's a Hogan.
You talking about Megan Fox?
He's only 33, so yeah. There you go.
I mean, hey, I'll say this. She's a lot better of an actress than her dad is. So,
But you can't beat Suburban Commando.
Oh, come on. Thunderlips?
That movie's 30 years old.
Thunderlips
Yeah.
in the flesh. To all my love slaves out there.
Oh, my man.
Yes,
Man in the
wow,
chat.
man. Please jump in, wow, man.
Oh man.
Let me see here. Look at that.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys.
No problem, man.
Okay, I think there's a chance I can watch that. We can still watch that movie for free.
What's that?
Suburban Commando.
Oh, yeah. Sometime, yeah, that'd be fun. Should Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg produce a Alvin and the Chipmunks series? I don't know if I want to see that.
Yeah, I don't know if I even want to see any more Alvin and the Chipmunks, honestly.
Well, since you've joined the chat, like, Scotty, what's your take on this animated Mario movie that they're doing with Chris Pratt?
They're doing a Mario animated movie? I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, let me look up the cast again.
It's kind of funny how you mentioned you were not feeling well because I saw your last video because I was kind of going through something recently. I think it's because of the side effects because I got my second shot. So yeah.
Well, I was sick there for a little bit, got better, and in my last video, I don't know how many of you guys have seen. I know a couple of people have, but dealing with this thing right here. So that's why. So you can see a little bit.
Yeah, I think Wildman mentioned something about Elizabeth Moss. He mentioned he met her. He was pretty cool. I think that's where he told a little bit of a story about her. So yeah.
Now we'll send you a link, Wildman. Let me get Wildman in here. But the Mario cast, yeah, Chris Pratt's in it. Charlie Day as Luigi. Seth Rogen as Donkey
Zero.
Kong.
Have you seen the first Venom?
What's that?
Have you seen the first Venom with Tom Hardy?
Yeah, I wasn't too crazy about it.
Me neither.
It was okay, but I felt like the tone was kind of over the place for a bit.
Yeah, it was
Tom Hardy.
totally.
Yeah.
Tom
And now
Hardy,
this one looks. A what?
Tom Hardy decided, okay, Tom Hardy is a British actor, and we all know British actors, they believe that if they're drunk, they can get a better performance. So Tom Hardy decided, Venom, I have to get hammered. And like I'm talking not like hammered. I'm talking beyond hammered. You know. And so like when I was watching this, I'm like, dude, I could clearly tell he's drunk. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you pay attention, like in the lobster scene, like he is sitting there, he is just like his eyes are just dazed, like, but not like days like he took drugs. It's like days like, okay, yeah, you just had a whole bunch of some good whiskey there, dude.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean the tone's all over the place. But Matt, we were talking about the Venom movie.
Oh god.
Oh, so you've seen it?
Okay, here's the deal with Venom, right? I wanted to watch Venom, and I was like, "Fuck, I like Tom Hardy, but I just don't have. It's just not resonating with me." And then I watched it up to the scene where he goes outside and he talks to his girlfriend, and he has all his stuff in his hand. And if you watch that, you'll see he'll be like talking to her, or she was carrying something, or he was carrying something. Anyway, you'll see it like. It's in their arm, then it's on the ground, then it's in their arm again.
Probably the script.
Yeah, and I was like, I just couldn't get it. Like I don't like the Venom character. Like I don't know. It annoys. It hits something that annoys me. Like that in the new trailer when he's like, "I'll let you eat everybody." He's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, no, that's not. That's too comedic. It should be more, you know. Venom should be something taken more serious.
More darker.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Woody Allen would do good as Carnage. So
Woody Allen. Who said that?
Woody Allen.
Who said that?
Woody Allen.
You know what? I'm sure he.
Would you still say that Venom is better than Spider-Man 3 or about the same?
I don't.
A little bit better.
I like Spider-Man 3 better.
Yeah.
Except for the dancing and the crying.
Yeah, the cry. Yeah, Toby's crying. Yeah, that got a bit repetitive.
I'm gonna say,
Especially the way he said no. The way he said no,
no.
please. I know I've been selfish. I swear, I still laughed at that part.
You could take play that, a shot game out of this crying in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just did a watch party on Spider-Man 3 on another channel, and it's more of a drama. It seems like.
Yeah, it's all over the place. There's like 50 plots going at once.
Spider-Man 2.
The editor's cut was maybe a little better.
Spider-Man 2 was like really dark and kind of edgy and
I liked Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Probably my favorite one.
that's the best
people
one.
getting
It's
shot
interesting
up
how
there.
it's kind of funny how they're bringing Alfred Molina back as Doc Ock. So
Yeah. It's just,
I'm sure he'll do fine.
yeah.
We're about to have another guest here
Yeah.
from the stars, Wild Man Beyond.
God damn.
Hey,
Great
Well, man.
morning. Salutations. How you doing?
You're going red today, I see.
how's it going, Wild Man?
I don't know.
I'm good. Glad to finally catch up with. I caught you guys on YouTube. I no problem to drop in.
But Wild Man, this is Yenko.
Hey Yenko, how
Finally
you doing?
joined the stream.
Greetings. Nice to meet you.
What's up, brother? What's going on?
I'm fine. Nice to meet you.
I've seen you in Fab Chaz and stuff before.
You see me? You see me in what?
Fabio's chats.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yep.
He's a great guy.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking that this with the whole like, no way home or whatever it is.
Yeah, No Way Home.
I'm just getting so tired of look at this nostalgia. Okay, great, cool. What's your story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
I'll if you want, you go first. I was just gonna say, I'm noticing that they said that they're doing all these weird things now. Like after the Spider-Man movie, they're doing like everything now is on the table. There's no more. We can't. So it's like I heard all the characters. Well, a lot of the characters from What If, like the Marvel zombies and stuff, they're going to be a part of the live action movies, and different people are going to cross over out of the comics and It's gonna be fucking crazy, and they're gonna go like all around. They're gonna do every year of comics.
That's overemployed. That's too employed. That's too much.
Yeah.
They need to calm down with that. They need.
Actually,
No, I was
there's
just wondering if they're
lawsuit
gonna
going
do
on
that.
right
Like
now
they're gonna say like maybe the title was called No Way Home because after this, nothing's gonna be the same anymore.
I wonder what's the big secret now, because everybody knows that, of course, Garfield and McGuire are going to be in it anyway. Like,
But I think,
it's
Also,
hard to keep a
you
secret.
heard that possibility that Venom is going to be in it. Speaking of what you just said,
In No Way Home, Venom's going to
Yeah.
be in it.
that's why.
Yeah, at
That's
the
what I
end.
heard. That's a rumor.
Yeah, he's in at the end.
I heard that Sandman's going to be in it too, because there was a picture out there.
movie.
Boy, nostalgia.
I heard it was gonna be they go into a hotel room and then they walk through a portal
Be right back,
into
guys.
all right. They walk into a portal where they look out, they turn on the TV and it's like the Jonah Jameson from the last Spider-Man.
Well,
Wow.
actually, this might. There's a lawsuit going on between the Steve Ditko estate. His family is not happy with how they're Spider-Man, and they're going to take back ownership between. They're suing Sony and Disney right now.
I heard that.
I heard that.
I
too.
heard someone was
And
suing them
so
for that,
if
but I
that
didn't know
goes
it was them.
through, and let's just say that if that goes through and Steve Ditko's family wins, the Spider-Man movie rights will be up for grabs, and Sony nor Disney can put a bid on them. They can do a court-ordered blockage if
Wow.
If they win.
judge is not a Disney butt kisser.
Are you guys watching What If? The What Ifs?
No.
No.
I'm just done with superhero movies. I was done like in 2016. People think when I say I'm done with superhero movies, like they say, oh, I don't like superhero movies. No, I like superhero movies. It's just that we have an open bucket now. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
at least with when we had all these westerns
Break it up a
back
little
in
bit.
the golden age.
Well, yeah, every you get
That's the
that
best
with
it
the 80s action movies and all
compare
that
it to.
too.
Yeah.
We still have.
We should go back to making films like Raw Deal, for example. with
There's a lot of
Schwarzenegger.
crappy
Yeah.
lately. Like
I'm anxious to see what the
Yeah.
Batman's going to bring. next year
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh, but
exactly.
Pattinson's
Like and
Batman?
with Robert Pattinson.
It's got me curious. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I want to see this thing with
I just have.
with Sam Raimi and Doctor Strange too, because they're talking about bringing who better to do your Marvel zombies in a movie than fucking Sam Raimi.
As
Like,
long as
Yeah.
as long as we can create a multiverse with where Bruce Campbell comes back and he fights Doctor Strange and he's Ash.
Yeah.
Hail to
Because-
the king, baby.
Like he's
Because-
Mysterio, but he takes off the costume and it's Ash.
I'll just say this. Shut up, Bruce Campbell. You are not retiring from Ash. You said this in the 2000s. Oh, I'm going to retire from Ash. What are you, Ozzy Osbourne? I'm going to do no tours. Or you are Kiss? This is the end of the road tour. Right. Sure.
I watched him this morning in Dust Till Dawn 2. I watched half of it and then I ended up watching the first one with my wife because she's never seen it.
Oh, wow.
Never seen what?
My wife never saw From Dusk Till Dawn.
Great movie.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it on Oculus today,
You
and
know,
then she's like, "I never seen it," so I was okay. So we watched it, and wow, she was glued to it.
originally they wanted Michael Madsen to play Seth Gecko.
Nice.
Interesting. That's a
did
great
you
movie.
guys hear about the Lost
Oh yeah,
Boys?
yeah.
I would,
Wait, because and
Was
he was
ready to
also
go.
up for Vince because but he couldn't do it because he had another engagement.
Wyatt Earp.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
What'd you say, Yenko?
because Quentin wrote it at the same time as Pulp Fiction, or just before Pulp Fiction, right? Because he wrote it to pay for Reservoir Dogs,
Um.
and at that time he wanted. Anyway, sorry to cut you off. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Well, Michael Madsen. What I love about him though is he's he's a really cool actor. He hasn't let fame go to his head. Like he'll take those small parts, because he sits there and said, well, sometimes those small parts, put food on the table for my kids.
Be right back.
Because he has I believe Michael Madsen has 8 kids.
Wow.
Wow.
So no wonder he has to do all these, maybe somewhat mediocre movies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like that bat suit from that. You were talking, Yinko, you were talking about Batman. I like the symbol, how it's all mechanical. I heard that was the gun that killed his parents or something.
Yeah, it seems like the story is going to be very organic and original.
I just think I'm gonna have to wait and see the movie because I think there's a lot of miscasting in that movie. Like Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
He looks pretty cool. He looks cool though. He's I like that suit. If that's what prosthetics. What is that?
I'll say
Yes,
this:
it's got to be.
why couldn't they get here's a suggestion for somebody to play the Penguin? Why couldn't they get Peter Dinklage?
Oh, imagine that.
I mean, Peter Dinklage.
Maybe he's way too short. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, the Penguin's supposed to be short.
I am not an animal.
The Penguin
What are you
is
talking about?
The Penguin is supposed to be short, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why not
Because
get Peter?
penguins are short.
Yeah, why not get Peter?
Imagine
Dinklage
him with all the penguins standing around him.
Yeah.
The penguins have entered Gotham Plaza.
But yeah, that's what me. So okay, and Peter Dinklage, he is 4'5". Is that? I don't think that's too short to play the Penguin.
I heard he's gonna be
Nice
toxic.
Marty McFly hat, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to
thank you
say,
very much.
I noticed that too. From back to Marty McFly.
I need something warm because it got super cold in the last day over here.
And
Isn't the Penguin supposed to kind of be fat in a way too, or have a bit of a belly?
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage, that is an easy fix. Just eat a bunch of Twinkies, and if you're
Have him wear a fat suit, I
if
guess.
you're Studio Red Band, eat a bunch of ice cream. So
just sew them inside one of those punching bags.
Yeah.
I'm wobble around.
but here's what you do. I'm sorry. I apologize to this guy, but so sorry. But either that, or what you do is you have motivation. You have a picture of Chris Farley shirtless, and sit there. Okay, just eat a bunch of Twinkies to give yourself some motivation.
Yeah.
To gain weight for the role. To me, I think that would be funny to have Peter Dinklage, Chris Farley size as the Penguin.
I heard Peter Dinklage is going to be the Toxic Avenger. I don't know if that's true. I keep seeing things about it, but I don't know if he's going to be Toxie or Melvin.
Oh, the remake?
Is he going to be the boy?
No, I don't know. I hope it's him in a suit. Honestly, that's all I want from the movie.
Yeah.
If you can't give me anything else, just give me Dinklage in a suit, and I'll be happy.
Yeah. Okay,
They can't screw that
I
up.
would say that. I would say this: if they actually do that, and it's the total opposite direction of a Toxic Avenger remake, I would be all for that. Because if you're going to remake something, do it differently. Don't sit there do a Gus Van Sant remake. That is one of the reasons why, I was saying, I like the Turner Hooch TV show on Disney Plus because it's different. It's not Turner and Hooch.
Magnum. Magnum actually turned out good.
So.
I thought I was going to hate Magnum
'Cause I'm
PI, and I actually loved it.
I am not
Yeah, the
watching
only-
it. You can't have Magnum PI without Tom Selleck. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But the only thing I don't like in the Turner Hooch, show on Disney Plus is, every time there's a shootout, I always find myself getting nervous. Like, no, don't do it. Not yet.
Yeah.
But they don't do
Don't
it.
shoot
Like
the dog.
don't have Hooch die. Like that's. I love Turner Hooch, but like, why is it that in every dog movie the dog has to die? It's like, thank you, Old Yeller.
Yeah.
I would have thought this was a Disney remake. There'd be no dog.
There's a deleted ending. There's a deleted ending of Turner and Hooch where he lives.
Huh.
Why didn't they go with that originally?
Like season 2 will be dog 2, season 3 will be dog 3,
Yeah.
or 3 dogs this season, then 2 dogs.
But speaking of Toxic Avenger, it was last mentioned back in June. Yeah, June. That it involves
What?
Yeah, Peter Dinklage is in it, and Elijah Wood.
You guys remember that cartoon?
I almost had a heart attack.
Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah, I got that on DVD.
I'll put a link in the chat.
Wasn't there? Does anybody remember, like, around the same time Arnold did?
Where'd Wildman
Yeah,
go?
Waldman. I don't know.
Does anybody
Bad
remember?
reception.
He hit
remember-
88 miles an hour.
Yeah.
1.21 gigawatts.
There was around the same time Arnold was doing The Last Stand. There was a rumor that he was going to play Toxie.
I didn't hear about that.
In the Toxic remake.
I didn't hear about that.
I just remember hearing that.
I was going
There
through
was a rumor around around the time that Arnold was doing The Last Stand that he was going to play Toxie.
Really? That would have been cool.
It would have been interesting. I don't know if I could see it.
Wildman, you just jumped 3 minutes into the future.
Really?
What do you guys think about this Rob Zombie Monsters movie? Because now they're building the famous house.
Can't be Yvonne DiCarlo.
I haven't even heard of it. I don't know. Rob Zombie, he hasn't proved himself to be a good filmmaker. I'm sorry, with the Halloween movies he did, he hasn't proved himself to be interesting.
I think he's a good visual director, but his problem is that he needs to stop writing his movies.
Yeah.
Hire another writer. Like, it's okay as a director to admit that you're not a good writer.
Hire someone who's a fan of the monsters,
Like hire
who really wants to do it.
I don't want to see Herman Munster. I don't want to see Herman Munster sit there and all the Munsters sit there. Fuck.
Yeah, throw a whole bunch of F-bombs, right? Harsh language.
Shit the bed.
Can you imagine if he did the Addams Family?
What's making me mad
Sid
right
Hagen's
now?
Uncle Fester.
It'd definitely be R-rated for sure.
Yeah.
It'll probably be better than the Addams movies, but
What's making my blood boil now is the Lost Boys remake. Did you guys hear about that?
Oh God! Don't get me started with that.
I mean,
That was the stupidest looking thing I've ever seen.
I am floored. Like, I'm just so.
There's one thing about Hollywood I can never stomach: all the damn reboots.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait, they're remaking Lost Boys?
Yeah. they're
Oh, you
rebooting
didn't see it?
now.
Yeah, everybody knows it's gonna suck. I don't mean suck blood. It's gonna suck.
Okay.
In general.
What? No. What? What they're probably gonna be is they're gonna cast all females as vampires,
It's all-
but they're gonna be like
They already had that. That was the sequel. It was supposed to be called The Lost Girls. Why couldn't they do that back then? They already had an idea like that. It was supposed to be The Lost Girls. That was the sequel.
Well, apparently now they're as far as the cast, like they're using actors like as far as the kid actors from A Quiet Place and
Who fucking cares?
Oh my god.
Well, I'll say this: the guy that played the son, he did a good job in the sequel, especially with the bear trap. If anyone saw that scene,
I guess, you know what? I'll say this though, and this is coming from somebody who defended Corey Feldman when he made his documentary. But then I heard some other stuff about him that it's like, okay, fuck Corey Feldman. As long as Corey Feldman stays far, far, far away from this, I'm good. You know.
You know, I actually had an idea for a sequel to Lost Boys, which is a lot much better.
really,
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it kind of goes like this. It's about it kind of
That's
takes
sweet.
place in the present time, and there was an actual vampire who was actually a member of the original Lost Boys, but him and Kiefer Sutherland David had a falling out, so he left before they all died, and he went to hibernate somewhere under a cave or somewhere. So when the head vampire Max died, it triggered something that led him to hibernate for a long time, and it made him an even more stronger vampire, makes him the head vampire.
Yeah.
And he wanders around a new city, and he finds a girl who's kind of similar to Star. And there's a good twist to it. You remember the actress Kelly Jo Minter?
She had a small role in the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, you see a small glimpse of her. I was thinking that she would have a big part, but as the girl's aunt, and she had a
Nice.
history. She had a history with the vampire that left, and now he's come back, and now he wants to seduce her and take over her, and then he creates a new version of Lost Boys.
Well, they said that David really didn't die in the first one because he didn't get stabbed in the heart. He just got stabbed in the chest with the two horns.
Yeah, that's in the comics. It missed his heart.
Right.
And,
really? Wow.
he actually ends up teaming with the Lost Girls. They should have done that movie.
Yeah.
Well, now I know they casted. I see the guy right here. He's a little kid from the new It movie.
Georgie?
Here's an idea.
Even worse.
Finn Wolfhard.
Even motherfucking worse.
Corey Haim is spinning in his grave.
Hey. Here's what you do. I know I forget what I said about Corey Feldman. You get the Frog Brothers, and you have them team up with Van Helsing, and they all have to fight Dracula.
that'd be nice. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be.
They meet Blade along the way.
How about you have them team up with Blade?
Yeah.
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 I don't know about Van Helsing. I think
And
Lost
Van
Boys
Helsing.
and Blade would be a good deal. Unless if it's like a descendant, maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, even better, like
could
maybe
throw it
Peter Vincent? Can you imagine if Lost Boys had a crossover with Fright Night? Can you imagine that?
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. Yes.
Because
down for
before Lost Boys, Fright Night was the movie that made the vampire cool again. Before Lost Boys took it even further.
It was more edgy. More
Yeah.
edgy.
Yeah.
Well, I would have loved to have seen them do a continuation of, the third one where then they hint at werewolves and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
It was fun. For what it was.
I would love to see.
I
I
would
would love to see a fourth one where the Frog Brothers fight werewolves. Maybe zombies, mummies.
Because they actually
shows
mentioned werewolves in the first movie. They mentioned werewolves in the first movie. It wasn't just vampires.
Teen Wolf shows up.
Oh,
Michael
God.
J. Fox.
That'll be cool.
So yeah, you get Michael J. Fox and Jason Bateman.
Oh. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf 3.
And and maybe even throw in Teen Witch.
Oh, Robin Lively.
Did she pull it off?
Probably better.
I was gonna say this, guys. As bad as the Lost Boys remake sounds, it's still nothing compared to the Flight of the Navigator remake, which I'm sure.
Oh, don't get me
Yeah, I heard about
even
that.
started
Oh
even more
my
with that.
God.
Oh God,
I heard about that.
Bryce
and I'm like,
Dallas
no.
Howard, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, she's gonna direct it.
I like her.
Even the cops are coming.
Yeah.
From the,
It should be
Even-
Ron
I
Howard.
heard
Her
that.
Did you hear that?
not her. Oh yeah, it's gonna be on all female.
They found me. They found me.
Okay,
They're
It's gonna
here.
be, it's gonna be woke. It's gonna be woke of the Navigator. That's what it's gonna fucking be.
Oh yeah, welcome to now.
I was watching a thing on
oh.
the optical tricks for Flight of the Navigator, the first one there, and wow,
I did.
Oh, they got VR for that.
Wow.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. They got VR for
there's
that.
there's like a documentary going around where they talk about how they designed the ship, and it's so fucking cool because they did everything in reverse using supercomputers. Like the CGI stuff is practical, and the practical is CGI. It's like reversed.
Well,
That's why it looks so good.
That is a very underrated Disney movie. It's such a feel-good movie. I love that movie. It's like Back to the Future meets E.T. and those two movies together.
You would be surprised if you watch that documentary. You'd be really surprised, like how much work went into that. Every single frame of that movie there was work done. Like
I did.
just when you see the ship is the only thing in the shot that's in a lot of shots that's actually real. So like when you see the ship, like they even bounce different types of light off the ship to match everything that's around the ship.
Can we just have can we just have it? I just think there's only one way to settle this whole Disney stuff right now. We just need to have Michael Eisner and the Bobs get into the the wrestling ring and just treat it like the Attitude Era and just have them beat the living crap out of each other.
Have a good night, Mass Singer. I just saw
And
that.
then whoever.
See you later, Matt Singer.
See you later, alligator. That was a Flight of a Navigator reference, by the way.
Yeah. Well, have you guys seen the documentary about Joy Kramer? Oh, maybe I have to.
No.
No.
Let's see here. Life After the Navigator. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, I'll definitely check it out. Love it. I love that movie. Very underrated.
Yeah,
Is it on?
Sorry, what were you talking about?
Remember Sarah Jessica Parker is in that movie.
First movie.
Is it on Amazon Prime or where is it?
Which movie are you talking about?
Flight of the Navigator. David Sarah
Probably
Jessica
on
Parker
Disney.
was in that.
No, actually, her first movie would be Firstborn that had Corey Haim in it. I think.
And Robert Downey Jr. Downey Jr. was in it.
Yeah, Peter Weller was also in it too.
Peter Weller, the RoboCop. He's playing the bad guy in that.
Yeah.
Go back to Lost Boys for a second. I was reading this article here, and it says that it's talking about could they really do it without Corey Feldman? I'm like,
you can't. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let it be.
Yeah, we don't need it.
What's this fascination with remaking everything and trying to
Well, but once again, the best example to reboot something right is Cobra Kai. That is a big example right now.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. They say, name recognition. If name recognition is so big right now, why not remake public domain books that everybody knows, like Treasure Island? I would love to see a big budget remake of Treasure Island.
yeah.
I know maybe you can't get as good as the Disney version, but like, what about a big budget remake of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Take
I go
classic
for
books
that.
everybody knows and
or
loves.
even the Hardy Boys. Have the Hardy Boys ever been on screen?
I would love to see a
They
Disney
just came
version of
to
Hardy
screen,
Boys.
didn't
That would
they?
be great.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
I think they just got a
Yeah.
show or something. It's on Netflix, I think.
Well, I would love to see. I would love to see here's the thing, okay, shoot like the Hardy Boys. Okay, like let's say you shoot some Hardy Boys movies and you put them straight to streaming, but you don't sit there and spend $200 million on let's say cheap $30 million movies.
Yeah, use what you got around you.
low budget movies. You can film some back to back. That way, you can eventually adapt all the books, and then when the kids age out, you just do what they do with James Bond. Just replace them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because how many books are there? There's like
Ugh.
30.
You know, you want to talk about books being adapted. I'm looking forward to this Jack Reacher TV series.
With
That's the-
Aquaman. Aquaman's Jack Reacher from Smallville.
Did you
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You know, there's been like 24 books of that series. You know, that's my favorite book series. I love.
What do you
those
think they're
books.
gonna do? Do you think they're gonna do a book an episode,
They're
or do
gonna.
you think they're gonna do
I
a
heard
book
they're
a
gonna
season?
do. They're gonna do a book every season. One book every season. So it's gonna make it like 24. Make 24 seasons maybe.
Wow.
Did you guys watch the Fear Street series?
I want
I've heard of that.
to check that out because I remember the books. I didn't read them, but I remember back when Goosebumps.
I love the actor.
I remember back when Goosebumps would choose those. I remember people having those as well because Fear Street was popular, but it wasn't as popular as Goosebumps. But when Goosebumps became popular, it kind of put those books back into the limelight again. R.L. Stein did those books back in the 80s.
Yeah, the TV series is worth a watch. It's worth a watch.
Of course, you know one of the girls from Stranger Things. She's in one of those.
The redhead.
Max. I like Max is my favorite. Is my favorite character on Stranger Things. I like her.
I need to check it out. I've heard about it.
Of course. Speaking of Netflix and Cobra Kai, you know they're going to show a new teaser of Cobra Kai tomorrow on that Netflix special of what's coming on Netflix. You know, like new series like Stranger Things and new stuff, new premiere teasers from what's coming up next for Netflix. It's called Tubu. It's coming on tomorrow. They're going to show a teaser.
A lot better of an
I'm sorry.
actress.
What's that?
Better of an actress. Bobby Brown.
You're cutting in and out. What's going on?
He said Millie Bobby Brown is a better actress.
I think Terry Silver got to him.
Hopefully, season 4 brings us what we all want. Terry Silver.
Yeah.
You know that show never disappoints. It has never disappointed.
I've lately, so
I'm sorry, you were breaking up that time. What'd you say?
oh yeah.
Are you,
You're still breaking. You're still breaking up.
I think Freeze got a hold of him.
I would. I just want Hillary Swank to come back.
Yeah.
Season
You know she's going to come back. Everybody knows Hillary Swank is going to come back.
I just want Hillary Swank.
You know she's going to come back because she has a contract with Netflix. She's already done 2 original projects with Netflix. So it's going to be easy peasy for her to bring her in.
Season 3 was good. They brought back Chosen, and maybe they'll bring in Julie Pierce maybe in season 4. But
they brought back Allie. They brought back Allie. Elizabeth Shue.
Allie,
Yeah. Hell, even what's her?
Kimiko.
Yeah.
Kimiko,
But I want to see Michael Ironside. I want to see him join Cobra Kai. The 3 of them.
What's his character's name? Dugan?
Dugan,
The enemy. The enemy can't wax on, wax off. If you
This mean
disable
we
his
get an
hand.
appearance by Chris Conrad, the guy that played Johnny Cage in MK Annihilation before he was killed off.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
creators
Chris Conrad.
have kept a very good job at being nostalgic and still bringing in, the new generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. That Cobra Kai has done a good job, man. Why I'm hoping they'll do the same thing for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Hopefully.
Yeah.
They've had some of the same songs from the first movies into the TV show and the car and so.
But here's a question that we got. Your favorite movies?
Oh,
Hey,
I have to say The Matrix because it was groundbreaking back then. But in some sense, I'll always respect it. But in halfway, I kind of find it halfly overrated.
Yeah.
The Matrix 4.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It seemed interesting. I was impressed by the trailer. It looked like it's going to be a fun ride.
I'll say this: it was a decent trailer, but why would I not be surprised when it turns out that maybe Trinity will really be the one, and pretty much
with that woke Chris, the woke Chris.
I have a feeling. I'm not.
Long as Rob-
I watched the spoilers. I'm not gonna say. But I'll say this: it's pretty fucking cool.
But mummy back then was pretty high tech for its time.
I
Yeah.
like the Mummy too. The Mummy was pretty good, and of course, Phantom Menace.
Yep. End of Days with Arnold.
Yeah, End of Days.
Another good one. Yes.
No.
End of Days.
And,
I've yet to see this one. I keep hearing Three Kings was pretty good.
I like that one too.
I haven't seen
Men in
that
Black. Men in Black was 98, right?
No,
It was
97.
97.
So
I was going to even say that
Yeah.
I didn't even mind Stigmata for a little bit, even though I do like End of Days better. And oddly enough, Gabriel
Amazing
Byrne's in this
soundtrack.
one.
Amazing
Stigmata.
soundtrack.
You know what?
Amazing
Of course, The
soundtrack.
Sixth Sense. The Sixth Sense came out that
Yeah,
time,
The
and
Sixth
I think
Sense.
it's kind of overrated. But I thought Stir of Echoes was better than Sixth Sense.
8mm.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Well,
Very
I like
good.
Blair Witch Project. I like that
Of course,
one.
yeah. Blair Witch is good, of course.
I haven't seen that. Like,
And I
I've seen a
think
little
Deep
bit
Blue
of it.
Sea was entertaining. You know, Rennie Harlan.
I
did a
like
good
that
job.
too. That was a good. That's what Jaws should have been. Another Jaws sequel. That should have been the Jaws sequel.
Yeah, and of course they got the unnecessary sequels that followed after.
I didn't even see them.
Yeah, Galaxy.
Same
I'm
here.
not going. I'm not going to.
I know John saw all the shark movies.
Oh god.
Shark
Yeah, PTSD and
attack.
all that.
It's
There's a
Shark
shark movie with there's a shark movie with one of the Stallone's
Damn.
daughters, right?
Yeah, I saw that one. The thing I couldn't understand was the sharks, right? They're these prehistoric sharks that I've never seen light, and everything else that's under there has no eyes. But the shark has eyes.
You should
You
watch
remember
I don't
Cruel
get it.
Intentions?
What's it called?
I haven't
Cruel
seen that.
Intentions.
I heard about it. I've never seen it though. With Ryan Phillippe.
Yeah,
Cruel
Serial Killer,
Intentions.
Reese
Oh, Cruel
Witherspoon.
Intentions. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Sleepy Hollow came out that year.
Yeah, Serial Killer.
that's a
I
good.
did-
I've never seen Sleeping
There's
Hollow
also
yet.
Really?
47
Never.
years.
House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
it seems like all those.
No,
That
all
was
those
a, that was a
even
good
Adam
example of a
Sandler's
remake.
Lincoln.
That was a good example of a good remake. And of course, The Haunting that came out that year.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Haunted
When was
yeah.
13 Ghosts?
2001, I
Thirteen
think.
Ghosts was 2001, I think it was.
Yeah,
That was a good.
2001.
That was a
I
good
would say-
remake too. I like that. I like the Ghost Ship that came out in 2002.
Yeah, Ghost Ship was pretty. That was crazy with the wire.
The
Oh,
worst
yeah.
movie.
1997
year.
and 2000 was pretty out there for movies, man.
And let's not forget Adam Sandler, Big Daddy,
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Big
Oh,
Daddy.
speaking of,
and The Green Mile. Green Mile.
Wild West came out that year. What you're
October
He
talking
should have
about?
took the Matrix. That's what I think. He should have took
You
the
know,
Matrix.
Wild Wild West. I'll give it credit for what it tried to do, but it just tried to do too much and it failed. I'll give it credit for what it was trying to do because I like the TV show. I like the TV
He got
show, but
the
it was
biggest-
they put too much into it.
The biggest team up in the history of film was Will Smith and Wild Wild West with the giant spider.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
Hey,
his biggest role.
Of course, I love the song. Like the same thing we did with
Wild
Man in Black. I love the song. I love the song.
Oh yeah, who
You
can
know,
forget
Wild
Idle
Wild-
Hands?
Wild Wild
Was-
West, its biggest problem
Monkey
is
Bone.
its miscast.
That
Kevin
was
Kline
2001, I think.
was not a good Artemis Gordon. You needed Robin Williams or something like that,
Yes, I agree.
to play, or Artemis Gordon. Or if you can't afford Robin Williams, Jim Varney would have been very good.
Oh my
Artemis.
God! If only he lived to do that.
Don't forget
Well, he was actually still alive at that time. So
the Ring came out in 2002. The Transporter came out 2002.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't give a shit about the Ring anymore.
Who can forget American Pie 1999?
Oh yes.
Analyze
Red
this.
Dragon. Red Dragon.
But-
with,
But we all know
yeah.
what the best. But we all know what the best thing is from 19. It didn't even come out in 1990.
Baby
The song-
Geniuses.
The song by Prince.
yeah.
We're all gonna
Good
party.
example.
That should have been Purple Rain 3,
Hmm.
He actually did a
1999.
concert on VH1 on that year of the when it was 1999. He did an overnight concert to celebrate that song to celebrate the millennium.
Oh man, I so would have made that movie.
They
Desert
said
Heat.
there was a sequel to Purple Rain. It was called
Yeah, Graffiti Bridge. Graffiti
Graffiti
Bridge.
Bridge, yeah.
It was
Is it-
more of a musical. It was more of a musical.
Is it?
But
is
imagine
it
if he
worth
did
watching?
1999 and 1999.
Is it worth watching or?
I don't know. I've never seen it. I only found out about it like
not
a year
bad.
ago.
It's not bad. It's not as good as Purple Rain, but it's not bad. It has a good soundtrack. It has a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
I noticed that Double Jeopardy was praised pretty well back in '99.
Back when Ashley Judd was stable and not woke.
Yeah.
Back when she wasn't a nasty woman, she was a straight woman.
She's that nasty.
She's woke nasty. That's her problem.
Damn it! I know that I know she had a messed up accident, but I didn't know how far.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What happened? Who?
Yeah, she broke her legs or something. I
Who
heard
broke
about
her
that.
legs?
Ashley Judd.
Ashley Judd. Did you see her in that movie Bug?
I
Yeah, I
remember
saw the
that she was
film.
good.
Holy fuck!
And don't forget, she had a brief appearance as the first lady in Olympus Has Fallen. She's the one who gets
Yeah.
killed. Yeah,
But man,
Yeah.
she was good
Hey.
in Bug. I couldn't take my eyes off her. I was like,
Yeah.
what
Hey.
the fuck?
she was in Natural Born Killers. There's a deleted scene where she's in Natural Born Killers. You remember that?
I didn't see that. That's a movie I've only seen parts of. I gotta watch that movie.
Speaking of Woody Harrelson playing Psycho.
hmm
Now he's Carnage.
Oh man,
Hey,
I'm looking forward to that.
I'll say this though about Ashley Judd. Ashley, Stanley loves you.
What do you got? Okay, this is a random one, but Woody Harrelson as Carnage. What do you guys stand on that?
You know, I'm looking forward to it because of course he's already known for playing a psycho in Natural Born Killers, and so I'm looking forward to what he's going to do. But you know what? You know who I think would have been better, but it can play crazy psycho, but even like cartoon crazy, kind of like how Carnage is in the comics. Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
He would have fucking nailed it as Carnage because he's trying to be a serious actor, but you can add some of that crazy humor while being serious.
Back in the day, more so.
Yeah, kind of like the way he did with the Riddler in a way.
Maybe.
He did a good job as Dr. Robotnik. He did a good job as Dr. Robotnik in the Hedgehog Sonic movie.
I always thought Jim Carrey would make a really good Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been interesting to see Robin Williams as the Riddler and maybe Jim Carrey as the Joker.
I remember Eddie Murphy. I remember when the Dark Knight movies were huge. They had talks of Eddie Murphy trying to be the Riddler.
And the Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight movies, yeah.
What do you guys think about Michael Keaton coming back?
He is the only reason why I'm looking forward to the Flash.
Yeah.
He's the only fucking reason.
He's going to outshine everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to more of Spider-Man: No Way Home than the Flash.
I'll say
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to see the movie. Let's put it this way. I'd rather, due to the lead actor and how weird he is and how I think that he's not exactly what he's claiming. He's just doing it to be Mr. Popular is what I'm
True.
hinting at.
He
but
says
I'm-
he says he's gay. He says he's gay, right?
He says he says he identifies as one of the third genders.
You know what? He's like the male version of Amber Heard. That's exactly what he is because he's such a bitch.
Or he's probably like him and Elliot Page would be best friends right there.
You know what? Did you guys hear this? I have heard rumors. I've heard this though.
I got
I know.
a shot. Yeah, I got a shot.
I know
Johnny
Matt's a
Depp
fan.
might have to lose the case of
Oh my god.
I know Matt's a fan of Ezra Miller.
You guys hear
I hate that guy.
Did you guys hear that?
I couldn't hear anything.
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp might actually lose the case in the U.S. for defamation.
That's stupid. Everybody knows he's
What?
fucking innocent. That's fucking stupid. Everybody knows he's
Well,
innocent.
you know what? I'm just gonna say
She
this.
cut off his finger, man.
And took a shit in his bed just because he did not want to fuck her.
Why do you think she's got the Why do you think she's got the nickname Amber Turd now? Because she is a turd.
Well, okay, listen. I'll say this. I think
Amber the blue
Johnny
finger.
Depp loses this case. I'm just gonna say this. I think Amber Heard must be giving the judge a blowjob underneath the judge desk or something. You know what I mean? Because the evidence is right there, you idiot. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, are you guys that blind? I mean, because either she is paying off the judge or she's giving him a blowjob.
She probably is.
He's getting her job.
Well,
A
no,
her job. A her job. You mean a turd job?
You heard that Nicholas he tried to get with Nicholas. He was using that movie Drive Angry, right?
Yeah.
He tried.
Drive
he,
Angry.
he even tried to fuck Nicolas Cage and everything to like everybody on set.
She fucks everybody in every single fucking movie she's been in.
You guys almost killed me.
Well, even Elon. Let's put it this way: Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, sit there and said, she wasn't that good.
Yeah.
And she is such an overrated actress. She takes herself. She keeps taking herself too fucking serious. Like she's a good. People are treating her like she's a great actress. And you know what she said? She said her idol is Angelina Jolie. So what the fuck does that tell you?
You know what?
More money than brains, brother.
You know what? I'll
Fuck.
say this.
I don't understand it.
You know, I used to like Amber Heard because I thought, wow, she's really gorgeous. But like, you know, I have standards now. You know, because she may look beautiful on the outside. She's not beautiful on the inside. And you know what? If Johnny Depp honestly did hit her, you know what? Maybe if he did hit her, you know, maybe she deserved it in some way. You know, I'm not condoning hitting women, okay? But like, if the woman is beating you up, you have your right to defend yourself. You know what I mean? If she cuts your finger off, I would say that's a good reason to hit her. Okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because and like
You at least try to like hold her down and tie her up or something so she doesn't go crazy. Then go get somebody, you know,
Call authorities.
or run. You could always just run,
I would.
and then call from your
What
neighbor's
would-
house or something.
What would happen if you put
I'm gonna
Put those
call,
pirate muscles to the test.
I'm gonna call somebody out. There's that idiot YouTuber. His name is John Campia. He said, "Oh well, no. This case is about defamation. So those tapes where Amber Heard admitted to beating up Johnny Depp, they don't count in this case. Bullshit. This is defamation of character. You know, if you admit, it means everything in this case.
The judge actually said that.
No, this guy, he's a YouTuber, John Campia.
He was Collider before it was.
He was probably
something else before.
probably jerking off to her photos online, or fucking sex scenes online.
This guy thinks he's all that because before he was a movie.
That's gonna be in the news tomorrow.
Before he was a movie author, he actually did study law. But here's the thing: the fact of the matter is, if you get a good judge, he will actually listen to those cases. And I understand this was in London, where Johnny Depp actually lost in London for defamation of character, and I've heard that he might actually lose in the U.S.
Fucking stupid. That's fucking retarded.
Do you know if this is for sure going to happen?
I've heard rumors that it might, and because Amber Heard is. I've heard rumors that she's pulling strings to make herself look good, basically. So either
No
she's
fucking surprise.
Either she's paying off the judges or she's giving them a blowjob.
She's probably doing both.
Exactly.
And this,
But well, going back to Ezra Miller, because I know we were ranting about him, and
Well,
then we went off on Amber Heard, and
Ezra Miller. Now, listen. If you are actually confused about your gender and you have to go through the proper surgery, cool. You have my support. But if you just identify as a third gender because you think it's hip and cool,
what the hell is the third gender? Does that mean you have a penis and a vagina, or what?
It's fucking woke bullshit. Who fucking cares?
a flash.
It's all or
vagina.
nothing. It's all or nothing.
identifies as one of the third genders because he thinks that he thinks he's trans something. I don't know. I'm non-binary or something like that. I don't know.
He's trans woke. That's what he is.
But the whole video thing was weird. I mean, Matt knows what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I know
Yeah, I didn't like that
guys.
video. Even if it was a joke or even if it was unintentional or whatever, it's not setting a good example. You know, you're the Flash. You better be a good fucking example.
Absolutely.
Don't do any. You know.
You know what, Grant Gustin is a better Flash on TV. And
Can I ask you guys a question?
John Wesley Shipp, the original Flash.
Yeah. John was. He's my favorite.
Back in the
Mine
He'll
90s.
always be my favorite.
He is to the Flash
John
what
Wesley
Michael
Shipp.
Keaton was to Batman. I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad they brought him back for those crossovers. I'm glad they brought him back.
Is this movie based on a book or is this a new premise that they're going with, like Batman, the new Supergirl, Flash, everybody? Is this like an all new story, or are they gonna like use things from anything that's out there?
I think it's just a multiverse movie.
All I'm going to say is Spider-Man No Way Home, in my opinion, will be a much better movie with that story about the multiverse. That's all I'm going to say. And you know what's going back to Michael Keaton in it? Why couldn't you bring him back in a solo movie, kind of like Dark Knight Returns, to kind of like Dark Knight Rises, but much better? Why couldn't you just do that? It's not that fucking hard, Hollywood.
Exactly.
I keep hearing that at one point they were going to have two faces, the main villain for the third one, but
Of course, you know that's in the comic book. You know they have they have them in the comic book. You know that, right? In that Batman '89 comic.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Do you think?
I'm just getting so tired of superhero movies. I'm just done. You know.
Everybody is.
Do you think they're going to go there and like try to? I'm not saying this is going to happen, and I don't want it to happen. Are they going to kill off Michael Keaton's Batman in this Flash movie?
They better fucking not. I hope they better fucking don't.
You know, it'd be cool if they did like a Watchmen reveal.
Well, I mean, like a sacrifice.
I'm getting sick and tired of the sacrifice shit. It's nothing wrong with sacrifices. I know there's sometimes in life where you got to take us to do a sacrifice, but enough with the sacrifices in action movies and superheroes. Let the hero live another day. That's why we love him. He goes up against these obstacles and he survives. Enough with the sacrificial shit already. We'll keep it on the down low for a while.
I would rather see Michael Keaton come back and do an adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns.
Exactly. That's what they should have done. Do a version of The Dark Knight Returns and Dark Knight Rises, but better than what we got.
Yeah, or have Michael Keaton come back and do Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I have a feeling that's what they're going to do.
But it's not Terry. So
Oh
my God.
I saw Hugh Jackman in a movie. It was called Reminiscence.
I'm looking forward to. I want to see that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Blade Runner. It's like Blade Runner meets the Matrix in a way.
He's still got that Wolverine vibe to him. You know, he likes laying in the tubs of water and the shit attached to his head. And yeah,
Was it good?
Yeah, it was different, but I mean, I thought that at the end of the movie, his claws were going to jump out, and he was going to say, "I'm Wolverine."
You know what I just saw last week on HBO Max? I thought it was really good. Cry Macho with Clint Eastwood. This new movie.
Yeah, they say that's pretty good too.
I
Is
thought
it any good?
I liked it because it was kind of like his way of returning to the Western in a way. He's wearing a cowboy hat, in some sense, He still got it, man. I thought it was a very sweet, charming little movie.
I mean, I haven't finished it yet, but what I have seen, I thought was like okay to decent. Like the kid actor bothers me. I don't know how you feel about the kid in the film
I
while I'm
didn't,
in,
I
but
didn't mind him. I didn't mind him.
I thought the movie had a good message behind it. That the message basically was that the whole male macho thing is overrated. It's what you do. It's what you do as a man that makes you a man.
Yeah, that's what makes you really macho, really.
That's where.
Exactly, and so I think that I think the whole message was good, and
I can grab my phone charger. I'll be right back.
Clint Eastwood is at that
Okay.
point where he doesn't care. So 'cause he's 91 years old. He doesn't care.
91.
And he's still doing his thing, man. You remember the scene where he punches a guy? He still got it.
It's amazing. It would be amazing to see a Hugh Jackman on the screen at like 90, still going.
yeah.
You know what? But you know what Clint Eastwood should do? I'm sorry, John. What were you about to say?
I was just thinking about that. Like, what if Clint directed Hugh Jackman in a movie? What would that look like?
Oh,
What Clint Eastwood directed Wolverine with Hugh Jackman? Can you imagine that? Or even better, his son. His son looks like Wolverine. Scott Eastwood.
I just think there's plenty of other X-Men characters. We don't have to have Wolverine.
You know what? I want to see a Gambit movie because Gambit didn't get any respect when it came to the movies. He didn't. Of all the X-Men movies we got, they didn't put Gambit. They put him in one, but give Gambit a fucking break.
So what? I'll say this. What about Scott Eastwood Gambit?
Perhaps.
You think he can do it?
As Wolverine or Gambit?
Gambit.
No, he's better off as Wolverine. I'm sorry, that's just me.
I mean, I don't know if he could do the French accent, but
maybe they tried for the longest time to get Channing Tatum, right?
Yeah, that's
where the fuck is that guy now? Where is he?
Well, now he's done. I think he's already done a film with Sandra Bullock, and it's probably in post by now.
Can you imagine? He's back then he was a big thing, and now he just disappeared. Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about this movie. Like he did it with Sandra Bullock. It's kind of like Romancing the Stone type of.
Oh man, there's only one Romancing the Stone. I'd rather watch that, and the sequel is good too. Jewel of the Nile. I want to go back.
I did reviews for both those films actually.
Why did we never get a third one?
Because I remember hearing they wanted to do that, and Kathleen Turner just put this that was just on Michael Douglas's show on Netflix. What's it called? Method something.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot.
What is it? The McKinsey Method or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah, she guest starred on that show with him. It would have been awesome if Danny DeVito guest starred on that too.
Yeah. I actually like that show. My only problem is like
War of the Roses. War of the Roses was like a third one, but it wasn't actually a third of a sequel. But it was a third movie with those three together.
I would have loved to have seen a third one.
Yeah, it was gonna be at one point called the Crimson Eagle. It was gonna involve their kids or something. They're being blackmailed into stealing a priceless statue.
That one sounded like almost like the Goonies, because I remember that was one of the scripts for the Goonies that they bring their kids along. It would just kind of sounds like how Ghostbusters Afterlife is going to be.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and there was maybe talks around 2005, 2008 about another one called Racing the Moon Soon or something like that, but nothing ever came of it. And then there was a reboot that was going to have like Tara Kiddish or Gerald Butler and Katherine Heigl, and it was supposedly going to be reworked as a television series, but nothing ever came of that, I'm guessing.
Well, if they made one back to the 80s, like I think that could have been the could have like rivaled Indiana Jones, if they made more movies.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, out of all the Indiana Jones ripoffs, that is one of the better ones.
You mean Romancing the Stone?
You remember Alan Quarter? You remember Alan Quartermain, King Solomon's Mine with
I was just gonna say that.
with Sharon Stone and that other guy. What's his name?
Richard Chamberlain.
I
I've
was
heard of
just
it.
gonna say that.
Richard Chamberlain.
Yeah, Richard Chamberlain. Yeah.
Jerry Goldsmith did the theme. It kind of made me think. Can you imagine if he did the Indiana Jones theme instead of John Williams?
Yeah.
I'm sure it would just
Yeah.
been as majestic and epic as John Williams for sure.
No,
But just in a
He
different way.
was supposed to do the theme for Superman, and he ended up doing the theme for Supergirl. And there is a scene in the movie where you hear a little bit of him doing the Superman theme a little bit, where Kara looks at the poster of her cousin on. There's a poster of her cousin on the wall as Superman.
Yeah. And Christopher Reeve was one point going to be starring in
Yes,
that.
yes,
Yeah.
that would have
Could've
been
made it.
awesome.
Yeah, it would have been awesome, but for some reason he backed out at the last minute for whatever.
I know we talked about this earlier, but Sean Little's asking about Spider-Man No Way Home.
Hmm.
I think he just
Like I
joined the
said,
chat.
I'm looking forward to it. I have hope for it in the Flash. I think it's going to be interesting. I understand people are kind of weary with it. I love Tom Holland. He's my favorite Spider-Man, and I'm going to be honest. I'm looking forward to both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire because I think he's going to redeem himself as Spider-Man. I think we're going to show a different, more grown-up Spider-Man than the one we had in
I
the
hope
movie.
so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I believe he's going to redeem himself because he's grown up. I think he's going to be grown up Spider-Man. You know.
Right. I was going to
I
say,
don't-
if I do see the film, I'm going to see it for cheap on Tuesdays. It's where I only see movies on Tuesdays now these days.
Yeah,
It's like under $6.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
I
I,
was-
I don't care.
I was gonna say I was in Virginia last weekend. Tickets down there were like $16, and then I come back
Wow.
to PA. I come back to PA.
Yeah.
Tickets are like $7 or $8. It's like what? Crazy.
Of
Wow.
course, the reason why they're doing this movie is because it's accept of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. That's
Yeah.
the only reason why they're doing it because they want to see what if this was a live what if this was a live version? What if this movie was in a live version?
Mhm.
This guy Steven, he commented, "I know you too."
Halloween Kills.
Oh yeah,
I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I'm
Halloween
not doing
Kills,
Halloween
yeah.
Kills.
I'll see.
Halloween killed itself. Like that franchise killed itself.
I'll still see it.
movie,
Halloween
That-
kills itself. That franchise killed itself along with Michael Myers a long time
Johnny-
ago.
Well,
Jamie Lee Curtis is what, like 90?
yeah.
that movie.
Well,
Halloween
God.
died. Halloween died with Donald Pleasance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what?
Exactly.
Speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, I heard she's a woke bitch herself too.
Hey, I'll
I hear Matt in the back.
I'll tell you what. I'll,
does this mean you want to go back and watch Rob Zombie's versions again?
Oh, hell no.
I'll say this to Stan. I'll say just to Jamie Lee Curtis. Hey, Stanley absolutely loves your scene in True Lies. It drives him wild.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't, man? Who fucking doesn't, man?
Speaking
Do it.
of
Do it
Speaking
very
of ha-
slowly.
Rob-
Do it. Do it some.
speaking of Rob Zombie's Halloween, Scout Taylor Compton. At least she's not woke.
Yeah. Have you seen
yeah.
Daniel Harris? Have you seen Daniel Harris? She is gorgeous. Have you seen her
Yeah.
lately on social media? She is fucking gorgeous, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I could. She's decent. I just wish she wouldn't have got herself so tatted up. You know.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
understand that.
she's very good to her fans. You know, she likes to do like Q&As on Instagram. She's very nice, very cool. She looks gorgeous today. Oh my god.
But go back to Halloween for a second. There's not much more you could do with Halloween.
No. Or do a video game like they did with Friday the 13th. You can do that.
Maybe
You can.
maybe what you know what be made me more ballsy for Hollywood to actually do? Make a sequel to Halloween 3.
Yes, Season of the Witch, because that was their idea in the first place. Expand the franchise without Michael Myers, make it like the anthology series.
Because here's the thing.
Do it. Yeah.
The only
trying
way
to-
your franchise can work is to have alternate universes is if you have a device in your story to explain alternate universes. Halloween doesn't have that. What does Halloween have to explain all these alternate universes? The series does not work at all. You could, I always said that I've always maintained that Halloween water, as I call
H2O,
it.
yes, that was the last. That was the real last Halloween movie.
Yeah,
That was the last one.
I've always argued
Which
that
one are
that
you
is
talking
how-
about?
H2O.
That is
Yeah.
Halloween 7. That is Halloween 7. It's not the real Halloween 3. It's Halloween 7. Because nowhere in the script does it specifically, discontinue all the other movies like Halloween. I'm too lazy to add a sequel subtitle to my sequel.
Mhm.
Because I hate
You know
that. I hate that new trend in Hollywood where it's too lazy.
You know
to add
what?
a
You know what?
sequel.
I will say. Speaking of horror, rebooting a horror franchise that has done it right, kind of like Cobra Kai, Creepshow. I just saw Creepshow on AMC. It's a great show. They even did an episode where they put the Evil Dead universe in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Wow.
it
Yeah,
was
it was
great.
awesome.
It's a great show. It kind of goes back to those classic anthology shows.
And I
Because
know
Tales from the
They
Dark
should have done
Side
that with Halloween.
Tales
They
from
should
the
have
Dark
done
Side
that.
was originally supposed to be Creepshow.
They should have.
And now-
That's
and
what
now
they
it's-
should have
and now
done
it's
with
got-
Yeah,
Halloween.
it's gonna be. Yeah, and I remember it's gonna be Creepshow 3, and
Well, I know that
it's-
I know some people didn't like it, but I actually did like it. I actually liked Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that show. Yeah, it had some problems. I'm looking forward to this new video game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, Bruce Campbell is not going to retire from Ash. We will wait and see what happens. Because money talks and bullshit walks.
yeah,
Yeah.
groovy.
Because guess
I
what?
like his attitude. I guess he realizes that people like him as Ash.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see how this new movie does without Ash in it.
Hmm.
They're making a new Evil Dead movie, Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Rise, or
Yeah, the high rise. It's gonna be like Poltergeist 3, man, but with Evil Dead in it.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't mind Poltergeist 3, but it had
I
some
love
problems.
Poltergeist 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
I
still
never had
better. I'm pretty
problems.
sure it's still better than the remake, right?
Yeah, the Poltergeist.
Yeah,
Poltergeist,
yeah,
I
fuck.
love it. Poltergeist 2, is my favorite. That's an underrated
Dude,
movie.
That remake was so bad, okay? That
I didn't even see it.
I saw the remake, then I forgot I saw the remake.
Yeah.
Then I saw it again, and I was like,
Yeah,
Wait a
there's a reason
second.
why I forgot about it.
I really,
yeah.
you know what? I'll say this before Craig T. Wilson and Joe Beth Williams die. I would love to see a Poltergeist 4. I know, you're
Yeah.
you're going to have to replace Carol Ann and everything. It's one of those sad, unfortunate.
Well,
things.
both of the daughters died, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Dominique Dunn and Heather
O'Rourke?
Yeah,
O'Rourke. Yeah.
Just work that into the script, like they
You know,
were
have
taken.
another actress to play
They were gone.
Carol Ann.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
I
beautiful blonde actresses today that can do it.
James,
Dude, make
Yeah.
like the Malevolence was after them this whole time, like all these years. We forgot about them, but for them it's been day to day.
hey,
And just have it like they got some of us.
hey,
We're the only ones that are left.
They can still do a Poltergeist movie because they're bringing back all the stuff they're bringing back. They should definitely take note. But if you do, you definitely need to take note from Cobra Kai, because Cobra Kai, like I said, is the big example how you reboot something right.
Well,
Yeah.
here's what I will say. The Amazon deal with MGM. One of the things I've heard that Amazon is doing, and I've heard this, I don't know how true it is, but Amazon is trying to get back all of MGM because they're popular movies from after 1986. Warner Brothers owns, and certain properties are owned by different studios around MGM's history. Amazon is trying to get back all of MGM. We're not talking
Imagine.
about a select few of MGM. So I will say this. It is one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to Amazon buying out MGM, because MGM has the biggest credibility to go after Disney because of MGM Studios. If Disney wants to buy them outright, they could always just say, "Sure, but if you buy us outright, we want our fair share back in Disney Hollywood Studios, and change it back to MGM Studios, and then you can make an equal partnership. You're not going to buy us outright though, because and then if Disney decides to sue, that's when you tell your little animator, draw a picture of Leo the Lion eating Mickey Mouse.
Why do you know like they won't turn these classic movies into reboots and remakes?
Well, the thing is, like, let's say if they remade Wizard of Oz, okay? Wizard of Oz itself is a remake.
It's been remade so many times, so it's nothing different.
Exactly. So, like, if they remade Wizard of Oz, like, but if they remade Wizard of Oz to adapt all the books into the series, like, there's like what? 12 Wizard of Oz books. Like, let's say we're gonna do a book a season for Amazon Prime. I'd be all for that because guess what? Like, I would love to see all those books be adapted on this because we've never gotten a Wizard of Oz, series since like 1914, and those all flopped basically. So I would say honestly, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do a book a season, and just there's just certain ones like you don't touch, like but like MGM, they have the rights to the Tarzan movie.
Yeah.
Even though technically Tarzan's public domain, but there's some legalities behind that.
I wouldn't mind another Tarzan. They can do. There's been so many. They can do all the Tarzan movies they want. I wouldn't mind seeing another Tarzan.
I love
the Disney Tarzan. I like the Disney Tarzan.
I like the way they designed Tarzan in Greystoke.
That was good. Christopher Lambert was so good at the. Christopher Lambert did a good job as Tarzan. He did.
Johnny Weissmuller is always the best Tarzan, though.
Yeah, I haven't seen Greystoke.
Well, one of the reasons why Johnny Weissmuller is so great is he's an athlete. He was a champion Olympic swimmer, so like it helps to get an athlete to play Tarzan. And like a lot of the actors they got back in the day to play Tarzan were like they were football players, swimmers, they were actual athletes. Like it would be back in the day, like as cool as it would have been, like to get like some big buff bodybuilder back in the 80s to play.
You remember Tarzan the Ape Man with Bo Derek?
I was gonna ask that if anyone saw that one, the one that was dashed.
Haven't seen.
No.
You remember Sheena? You remember Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle? Tanya Roberts,
Hey, I'll say this: you see a lot.
That was
of
a good female Tarzan. She was a good female Tarzan right there.
Hey, you see a lot of Bo Derek in that movie.
Oh yes.
And I'm not complaining. Right. So, because that's basically a Tarzan porno.
Wasn't Richard Harris played the father in that? Richard Harris was in it, right? He played the father.
Alexander Skarsgård as Tarzan. Thoughts?
I haven't seen the movie.
I haven't seen it either.
It's been a while.
Margot Robbie Jane. She played Jane. Right?
Yeah.
You know what? You know who would have made a good Tarzan? Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
He would have.
Maybe.
Oh,
like keep him with the beard, long hair, dirty, flying around.
Tarzan's Bogus Adventure.
Rufus shows up.
Scotty might know
I
what
gotta
I'm
talk
talking
to you about your future self.
Scotty might know what I'm talking about, but I could see this guy as Tarzan, and plus people would love you because you'll be being woke. What if they got Patrick Mahomes as Tarzan?
Who's that?
Quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Do you remember Casper Van Dien from Starship Troopers played Tarzan? You remember that?
Yeah.
Tarzan
in Lost City. Yeah.
Well, did it? The woman that played Jane was, of course, very hot. Jane March. course,
Yeah,
you
she
didn't
was
see a
in
lot of
that
her in
movie with
the
Bruce.
color.
She was in that
Color
movie
of
with
Night.
Bruce Willis, Color of Night.
Yeah.
Is that the one with? Is that the TV show one? Or was that Lars? Which one was the TV show one? Remember they had that Tarzan '90s TV show?
I remember that. It was the French girl from Rain Man and Escape from L.A.
Yeah.
Valerie.
Was that with that was
Valerie, yeah.
Wasn't that with Wolf Larson or something as Tarzan?
Yeah, something
can't
like
remember.
that. Yeah,
I remember that show.
with Cheetah.
I
I remember Cheetah, yeah.
The only reason I know that is because there's a 90s, one of those really crappy 90s tornado movies made after Twister, and it's with Kelly McGillis and that guy, and also has Adrian Zemd in it.
Wow.
And literally the plot is about the government trying to make tornadoes to do something. It's really weird. It's
Like
called,
Harp.
It's called Storm Chasers: Revenge of the Twisters.
Wow.
Speaking of Bruce Campbell, I remember when Twister was coming out. I remember he did a movie called Tornado that was coming out at the time of Twister.
Oh wow.
Yes, with Ernie Hudson.
Oh, he was in that. I
What's
didn't
up?
know.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was Bruce Campbell and Ernie Hudson playing Storm Chasers.
Yeah. Also, you have LQ Jones in there.
Yeah.
Who directed it?
I heard that Helen Hunt wants to do a sequel. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I'd watch that again.
Yeah.
I'd watch
Too bad
it.
we wouldn't have Philip Seymour Hoffman though.
Oh yeah, and
Or-
Bill
or-
Paxton.
He was like the
Bill
heart of
Paxton,
that
too.
movie.
Well, I think they could. I think.
Yeah.
I think if they got let's say if they got Kevin Costner as Bill Hardy,
Tornado got him.
or Kurt Russell, just replace him with Kevin Costner.
Or even better, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
For Twister?
Oh, he would just jump right in the Twister.
He would run up the side of the
No,
Twister.
he would run away from Twister
What
like
about-
everything
what-
else. You
what
know,
about-
Tom
Yeah.
Cruise likes to run, right? He
Yeah,
would
he
run
likes to
away.
run.
What about
He loves to run, no doubt.
You
What
can't,
about-
ch-
what about-
you can't chase
It
him.
would just be the tornado, him running from the tornado the whole movie. Just
Yeah.
the tornado destroying everything in its wake and Tom Cruise in front of it running, screaming at people, get out of the way!
Yeah.
Scientology.
Saving little kids. and stuff.
Hey,
This time you
Tornado,
would
you should try Scientology.
Unlike Kevin. Yeah, Tom Cruise would be like, talk to the hand, but this time it would work and he would stop the tornado that way. Unlike Kevin
they,
Costner.
named, they named the tornado the L. Ron Hubbard.
What about Mel
Crashes the whole town.
replacing Bill
It comes
Paxton?
from the sea.
I would love to see that, man. They did that movie, What Women Want Together.
Yeah.
Him and Helen Hunt. Yeah.
Dennis Quaid, Jeff Daniels,
Yeah. Jeff Daniels have been.
I love Dennis Quaid. He's a very underrated actor. I love Dennis Quaid.
or heck, we just talked about him. What I know he just did. I mean, who cares if he did the mock version of Twister? What if they got Bruce Campbell as Bill Harding?
I can see him in a role. In it.
So that's what I'm saying is, you either have the choice of, but as long as they use my script that I wrote for it, and then I'd be good. But I'll say this. As a marketing gimmick, you need to have their kids come back, but for the rival Storm Chaser, you cast Patrick Schwarzenegger. And then for Joe and Bill's daughter, you cast Sinista Stallone. That way you can say you have Schwarzenegger and Stallone in the movie.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying the other night. The other night, me and Isaiah.
Junior Expendables, yeah.
Yeah, me and Isaiah were talking the other night, and we were talking about how cool it'd be if it was just all the kids of all the famous actors, like Willis, Stallone, and all their kids in a giant action brawler.
Well, you know who you should throw in there? Have you guys seen Lou Ferrigno Jr.?
No.
Oh my gosh, he's on the new TV show of SWAT.
Okay.
And he doesn't look like his dad at all. He looks like a classic leading man in Hollywood.
Wow.
Mhm.
Like I swear, if he just grew his pencil thin mustache, he looked like Gable. You know what I mean? So,
But to catch up with a couple of questions here, Sean Little asked, Shang-Chi, have you guys seen it?
I have not seen
Not
it.
yet.
I have not seen it.
I
I'm
have.
not going to see Bulletproof Monk 2.
That's what Rambo Raff said.
Exactly. That's why I'm not. I just like I said, I'm just done with superhero movies in general. Like I just don't care now. And not because like I don't like superhero movies. I just that
They've run
It's
its
too
course.
much. It's too much. It's over. It's too
Run its
over.
course, right?
It's
Yeah.
imploding. It's imploding. That's what it's doing.
exactly. And
There's not much more you can do.
Here's the thing. There is okay. There's a reason why Black Widow flopped. There's a reason why Shang-Chi is flopping. And all the other Marvel TV shows are flopping. They are not doing very good ratings-wise. Like the Disney, obviously they're doing good for the Disney, like, cool, this is on Disney Plus, I'll watch it. Those type of people. But like the true actual movie fans who go out and support movies and support this stuff, like even the biggest Marvel fanboys are not watching stuff on Disney Plus because they're all tired of it too.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus Disney's also put it this way, people notice this stuff if you're smart. There's a reason why Disney Plus keeps raising their prices every few months.
Mhm.
I see where you're getting at.
Yeah, because guess what? In the words of Fabio, track the money.
Yeah.
John?
What about this one?
Thoughts on Lethal Weapon 4?
I didn't mind it when it came out. I thought it was a good way to end the franchise.
I love that one.
I like Lethal Weapon.
It introduced us to Jet Li. That's the reason why it's well. That's the reason it's well known. Jet Li stole the show in that movie.
My favorite scene in that is when they're standing under the dock, and they finally got where they wanted to be, and they were like, like I forget what they say, but they kind of want to leave, and then Riggs and Murtaugh have like this moment. It's so magical where usually it's Riggs has to coax Murtaugh into doing the crazy thing every time, but it's like even Mel Gibson's like looking him in the eye, and the way he's like doing the hand gestures, like how he took apart his gun so quickly. He was like, how do you do that? And it's like one of these things where they know they're going to die anyway, and if they don't do it, their families are going to die. So they're like, let's go ask them. Like,
all right, let's go.
It was such a good way to go out.
I like it.
That fight scene was so intense, man. It really was.
It's like the roles are reversed. It's beautiful.
What do you mean? What do you mean the roles are reversed? What do you mean by that?
Because Murtaugh is always the voice of reason.
Yeah.
And it's only a very few couple times, like the first one and this one, where you get that element of like it's reversed, like it's the other way around, where like Mel Gibson doesn't want to do the crazy thing, but Danny Glover understands why they have to, and there's no one else you can have in that moment but each other, because being with each other for that long, right? That's crazy.
I like
it.
Yeah,
you got a good point there. Yeah.
I did have an idea though for Lethal Weapon 5.
What is it?
So remember the fourth one they had Riggs had a kid, and then Murtaugh had a grandkid, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So why not just have Riggs and I guess it would be Butters team up, and then their partner now.
Well, that's the good thing about Donner is because like Donner would have brought everybody back, right?
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
the extended family
would have passed away by her. Maybe Mel Gibson will take over.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would happen.
Get Mel Gibson to do that kid. I mean, that's
he's good.
The Weapon 5. Just have it where it's Riggs and then Butters team him up, and And guess what? I even did this. I even had I did even make a little reference to the TV show. I had Danny Glover. It was Riggs and Murtaugh, and they're making fun of the TV show based on adventures.
What did you think of the TV show? Your honest
I
opinion.
haven't
What did you
watched
think of
it
the TV show? What did you think of it?
I thought Clayne Crawford was actually a very good Riggs, but Damon Wayans was a terrible Murtaugh. Like, I think they should have gotten like Wesley Snipes or Michael Jai White.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or because Damon Wayans sabotaged his own show.
Know who would have been good? Louis Gossett Jr.
Oh,
Little old, but yeah.
Yeah, he would have been too old. Literally.
You would have been too old for this
Go for the shit. Yeah.
exactly.
Or even, heck, you know what? Even
Murtaugh's father.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, he could play Murtaugh's father, you know.
Yeah.
Live chicken.
You know, it doesn't even have to be like a big like action star. Like what if you took more of a comedic approach with Murtaugh? What was Martin Lawrence doing at that time?
Mm-hmm.
He was already known for Bad Boys, so I don't think he would have done it because he's already known for Bad Boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Yeah. Speaking of that, did anybody? I want to find it. I want to find
Rachel Bell Johnson would have been cool.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Going from Die Hard to Lethal Weapon? Why not?
Frank Ray could have made a great Murtaugh back in the 70s if they did it. Frank Ray.
Possibly.
Morgan Freeman.
Maybe, but you know what? Instead of Lethal Weapon, I was thinking of another franchise. But I remember me and Matt Merchant were talking about, and you ever heard of this movie called Certain Fury?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
It was with Tatum O'Neal and Irene Cara, and they played these fugitive girls on the run. And I really liked that movie, and I told Matt about this a while back about how they could do a sequel that that Tatum O'Neal is a cop and Irene Cara is a district attorney, and they go on these cases like a female Lethal Weapon, but not woke, kind of like Lethal Weapon in a way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum O'Neal, like I don't know what the other girl looks like now, but Tatum O'Neal still looks good.
You know the movie I'm talking about, Certain Fury?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw it once, like AMC back in the day when AMC was good.
Yeah.
Like had 80s action month, and they showed that movie.
Huh.
Oh.
Tatum O'Neal, like I'm like, man, she's a really good acting star. Like James Cameron,
Mm-hmm.
I love Linda Hamilton, but Tatum O'Neal actually campaigned for the role of Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor, yeah.
I honestly think Tatum O'Neal would have been a great Sarah Connor. Like you even know this. George Lucas asked her to play Princess Leia.
Wow.
No surprise.
Wow.
And she turned it down in her own words. I don't want to do space opera. I'm an Academy Award-winning actress.
And look where your career went after that.
Who was the actress who played April in Turtles 2?
Paige Turco.
Paige Turco, yeah.
Oh yeah, she was great.
But hey, Tatum O'Neal, like if you see pictures of her now, she still looks good.
She hasn't aged at all, man. That's why I hope to do this. I have this. I made this idea for a sequel to Certain Fury with her and Irene Cara. It'll be even bigger than Lethal Weapon.
Does Irene Cara still look good?
Yeah, she does.
And has she when was the last time she acted?
I've seen her on stage recently. There's a lot of YouTube videos of her on stage. She looks great. Yeah.
Okay, no. Well, I'm saying when was the last time she actually acted? Because sometimes, I'm not saying that she'd be good, but sometimes if an actor takes a long break from acting, sometimes their acting can come off as stiff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember she did something back in the 90s, some TV show that she did back in the 90s. I remember she did the voice of Snow White once in the Happily Ever After, I think it was called.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, Tatum O'Neal, I mean, You know, with the amount of drugs that girl has taken, like it has to be a gift from God that she still looks as good as she does. Like, hey, you know what? I'll say this. You know, if I know I'm already seeing somebody, but if Tatum O'Neal wants to go Cougar, I'm down.
How about Jessica Biel in an action movie?
She did.
Wow.
She did want to find a writer though for anybody. I heard.
Jessica Biel, she could have been a great action star, but she's too busy trying to be an artiste. No, stuck with those artsy fartsy shitty movies. And she's too busy fucking sucking Justin Timberlake's dick. That's her. That's another reason.
Again?
Jessica. Okay, Jessica.
Oh, from Mario.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to do space opera film.
Tatum O'Neal, though, one of the things that I like about her, though, she did say she's looking for writers for a project that she wants to do because she can't write that well, but she wants to make it a self-parody of her career. But her Oscar talks to her and stuff.
I like that. That'll be a good movie. Yeah, I like that.
But the funny thing is, like, how I would envision her Oscar is to be something on the level of Andrew Dice Clay, but just have her Oscar curse her out and everything. Like, I would say, hey, I would love to write that for Tatum O'Neal. You know, if any, so
Yeah.
And you know, actually have it be one of those stupid, you know, those stupid movies where celebrities play a version of themselves, but it's not them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I love when they do that. Of course, a good example of that was
he had a good show like
Hero.
that. Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
Either that or you cast like if
Bill and Ted, hands down. Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Much. Most triumphantly great duo right there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys see Bill and Ted 3?
I haven't seen it yet.
That's all right.
Regrettably.
Yeah, I know, Zero, you were indifferent about it. Yep.
I thought it was meh. You know, it's like it wasn't. I was not expecting. I was not expecting much from it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I guess the best way to describe it is, it's like if you see that thing in the refrigerator, you're like, oh well, I'll just eat it. It's not going to make me feel good, but I'll just eat it. You know, like
Have any of you seen Coming to America? Coming to America 2? What did you think of it?
I didn't see it.
I think that movie, if you actually pay attention to it, if you pay attention, Eddie Murphy makes subtle jokes about PC culture that I know a lot of flew over a lot of people's heads. Like Eddie Murphy knew how to basically troll PC culture. If you really pay attention to the movie, I think a lot of people.
I haven't seen it.
So I think
it was so with me. It was so. It was. At least they tried in a way. At least they tried.
I am looking
forward though. I'm looking forward to the Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Me too. But you know what I'm not looking forward to? Trip was because they fucking replaced him with Tracy Morgan. Fuck that guy.
Oh, triplets.
I'm pissed off at Beverly Hills Cop. Like, I want to see it just as much as everybody else, but they already filmed it in 2013, and then they threw it on a shelf and never released it. Like, you guys owe us a Beverly Hills. You guys owe us 2. I want to see 4 and 5 come out at the same time, or I don't know.
So bring Jerry Bruckheimer back this time. I heard he's involved. Bring Jerry Bruckheimer back.
The only thing I don't like about that TV show that Matt Thomas is talking about is that I can't see Brandon T. Jackson as the son of Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. They had the writing for it was really good, but I never saw any footage for it, so I can't say.
I will say him having a son fit better with Coming to America 2 than Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
They have some banging jokes in that, man. Like banging jokes. Like
I'll say that there's this one actor from Disney Channel that would honestly be a really good son of Eddie Murphy, I think. I don't know why, I could just see it. His name is Leo Thomas the Third.
Leo Thomas the Third.
Yes, he was in Victorious. He was
Is he the guy with the dreadlocks? That guy,
Yes.
that kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was in an episode of iCarly. Yeah, I remember. He sings too. He's a good singer.
Yes, I think he would be a good son of Axel Foley. I could just
I
see
see
it.
that. I see that. Yeah.
I think he would be better than Brandon T. Jackson.
Yeah. Speaking of iCarly, have you seen the reboot of that? It's not that bad.
I haven't seen it. I wasn't
It's
too
more
big on
more
it.
adult. It's more adult because Carly is grown up. She's a woman. It's more grown up a bit. They curse a little bit, but it's still the same show in a way.
Even when that came on back in the day, and at that point I was just disenfranchised by Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Maybe I was too old for it. I think that's the best way to put it.
They need to remake Big Wolf on Campus.
Yeah, I remember Big Wolf on Campus. Yeah.
So true, huh?
Yeah, I did see a little bit of the iCarly reboot. I just was like, I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Punky Brewster reboot? I like that too.
I
haven't seen it. I heard it.
I want to
lasted one
see.
season.
I want to see her movie that she made. She made a movie.
Yeah,
the
about the
documentary?
90s.
She made a
yeah,
whole movie.
The 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the 90s. She is she is gorgeous, man. She's like in her 40s. Shelley Moonfry. Oh my God, she is fucking gorgeous.
My sister,
how far she's fucking grown up. Oh my God.
like my sister who chimed in last time.
You want to talk about cougar? She's a fucking. You want to talk about cougar? She's a fucking lioness compared to that.
She told me the documentary is really, really good.
what I want to see is Married with Children, Kelly's Family.
Yeah.
You know what I want to see, guys? I want to see Antlers.
Yeah. Well,
I want to see that.
See, I actually wrote a little pilot for that one. Married with Children, Kelly Bundy's family. So, like, the joke was that, like, throughout the series that, like, you find out that Kelly has lots of kids. And, like, she has a younger guy living with her and everything. And, and then Bud has to move back in with Kelly because he fell on.
Are they actually doing that show, Kelly's Family? Are they actually doing that?
No, they can't do it. They cannot do it because Christina Applegate did not sign the contract, but I guess there's a contract with Fox that none of the Bundy kids can get spinoffs of their shows. And this is back in the day, and I guess that contract still holds up.
Oh wow!
My favorite movie with Christina Applegate is "Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead." I love that movie.
That's a decent movie.
Yeah.
Dishes are done,
That's
man.
They said they were going to try to do
Ricky Sue, rock and
remake of
roll.
that.
They're trying to do what?
They said they were trying to do a remake of that.
Oh
Yeah, I heard
God!
about that too.
The dishes are
Thankfully,
done.
nothing's happened yet, right?
What's that?
Thankfully,
The dishes
no
are done.
remake has come of it yet, right?
Good,
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
good.
It was just hearsay. Yeah.
The later Nickelodeon shows I remember watching is Drake and Josh. About some of that.
I never saw it.
I have no idea
the
what
only
any of
thing
these
I
shows.
remember on Nickelodeon was when I was little was Inspector Gadget, the Looney Tunes, and Double Dare. That's all I remember from
It was
Nickelodeon.
Ren and Stimpy. Wasn't that Nickelodeon or is that something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah, who can forget? I watched a few episodes of Salute Your Shorts or something.
Yes.
Yeah, Salute Your Shorts.
Salute Your Shorts and Hey Dude and
You remember Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, I remember. I heard about that.
Mhm.
Alicia Cuthbert was in one of those. I think you mentioned that, Matt. You said you met her. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, I know
that's,
her from high school.
That was actually filmed in Matt.
Well, I don't. Okay,
So,
we went to the same high school,
Oh,
but I didn't really get to meet her until later on. when I was out of that high school because I got transferred to another high school. So when I came back here, she was down for break off of 24, and I was dating her friend. So one night she surprised me and took me out for my birthday. That was really, really, really cool. But yeah, like more on not just her, but like other girls from our circle at the time were on shows like that.
Yeah, because
Like
that was
other
filmed in your
girlfriends of my friends.
that show was filmed in your neck of the woods, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
I
believe.
remember Alicia Cupper did this show, Popular Science for Kids.
Yeah, and the other guy, the guy from that show, he hangs out a lot down here too at the bar, at like our famous bar down here. He like I won't say famous. I'll say famous
Alicia
because it's
Cupper,
funny.
she was Alicia Cupper, she was on that Netflix sitcom, The Ranch, with Sam Elliott and Ashley.
Mhm.
That's a really good show. I like that. And Deborah Winger, I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah, she's
love-
really cool.
Yeah.
By
I
the
like
way,
her stuff.
the ranch. I'm gonna say, growing up in Kansas, I know it's set in Colorado, but believe me, those people do exist.
What's that?
The TV show The Ranch.
Okay,
It-
I've heard about it.
It's more of a Midwest type of show. So
It's a sitcom that's R-rated because they curse in it. It's a sitcom where people curse. And Sam Elliott, he plays the father. Sam Elliott is hilarious in it. You know him as being the serious actor, but he is fucking
He's
hilarious
great.
in it, man.
He's great in everything.
Yeah,
Well, I love.
the
Believe
double
me,
deuce.
like I've literally seen people do some of the stuff in that show. Like one of my favorite things, because I have seen this. They make, instead of Cheerios, make Beerios. Because instead of pouring the milk in, they pour Bud Light or something.
Funny.
I'd love to
That'd be
ask her about Sam Elliott. I'd love if I ever run into her again. I'm definitely gonna ask her about that.
Speaking of Sam Elliott, you remember they were planning to do a Roadhouse remake with Ronda Rousey, and thank God that didn't happen.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, thankfully.
Remember, she was a big deal when they did Expendables 3, and what happened after that?
I would, love,
Yeah, Expendables 3 flopped.
Yeah,
I would
I
like
was gonna say something about Alicia Cuthbert. I saw her in the Girl Next Door, that movie she was in.
That was a complete rip off to Risky Business, and it was pretty good, but you can't top Risky Business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was at least a fun one.
It was fun, but it was a fun movie, but you can't top Risky Business. But it was good.
Of course
It was a
not.
good movie.
I love that movie, but I just have one problem with it. I wish we got to see more of Alicia Cuthbert.
I agree.
Yeah, she should have got naked. But
I mean,
You know, I liked her. I liked her when she did that remake of House of Wax. That was a good horror remake. I liked that.
yeah, I like the House of Wax.
That's a good one.
you know, the reasons why that movie is better is so good. It was going to be a low budget movie, but Paris Hilton in the movie donated money to special effects artists so they could make House of Wax better.
Wow, that's cool.
And
Wow.
you said that Paris Hilton actually donated her salary to the crew.
Uh-huh.
Well, I didn't know that.
And Paris Hilton actually dies, which was the best thing of that movie.
Well, hey, Paris Hilton. I know there's some. She's kind of she's done a lot of things that like that whole dumb blonde thing. That was a joke. You know, she was playing a character. She wanted to kind of, in her own words, she wanted to be the dumber blonde than Kelly Bundy. And so, but like she's done a lot of things. One of the real funny things is when she heard that Disney was going to buy her show, she bought it from Disney and then gave the rest of her salary, the rest of basically her and Nicole share the show equally, because that's one of the reasons why the feud started, because Hilton was the bigger star. And she was trying to stick up for her friend that no, we want to get paid equally, but they refused to pay Nicole, and so they kind of played it up, the whole feud thing and the feud that last season and everything, or the last season. But yeah, so now the show is owned by Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton
That's cool.
owns her own show. because
Huh.
you could watch the first 4 seasons on YouTube for free. And when she found that out, she's like, she just contacted the guy. You can have these up, but I get the residuals from the commercial.
Hmm.
And so the guy was okay with that, but because she said she didn't care that they were up. She just wanted to get paid for her show.
She did some pretty cool stuff on the artwork for the Smashing Pumpkin 777 Zeitgeist stuff, and she's a DJ now, apparently.
Paris Hilton.
I think she was a DJ even before that.
Paris
Wouldn't
Hilton,
surprise me.
Paris Hilton. I'll just say this. You know what? She's done a lot of things that you would think, oh, look at me, I'm Paris. I spent all this money. A lot of like under the radar stuff too. Like that people don't know about too. Like, she bought herself out of the contract with the Hilton estate. She has no shares in the name or anything. So she has her own brand now, and I mean, I even had an idea for a Simple Life movie, where like you get like you just shoot these movies for $20 million, just cheap movies, and it's just you do an adaptation of the show each season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I even said that somebody who you could get. What if you got Stallone's daughter in it, just playing the Paris Hilton part, just tell her to play dumb,
They the Stallone, those 2 Stallone stars, they have their own podcast now.
Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. She would make a good Cobra, like a Cobra Junior.
Yeah.
I think that would work. She's got that look that.
Maybe she's a member of the Zombie Squad. That's the Cobra's daughter. She's a member of the Zombie Squad. That'll be interesting.
Well, yeah, in that original script, Cobra was teaching Zombie Squad schools. Remember?
Talk about a Metroid movie. What if you got Sylvester Stallone as Samus?
That could work. I'd watch it.
Hey, I'm sorry, Stallone. In case you watch this, as long as we get to see your daughter naked. Can you just imagine that? Like Stallone goes to the premiere and he sits there.
Suddenly, we're gonna have an interruption in the connection because Stallone's trying to get a hold of Junebug.
He'll fucking cut your heart out like in last.
Cut your fucking head off.
You say that.
Hey, who are you?
Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite Cartoon Network show? Jonathan Mills asked.
I just remember on Cartoon Network the old cartoon shows like Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny and the older stuff.
Dexter's Lab.
Back when Sci-Fi used to show old sci-fi movies instead of the shit it is now, like with MTV.
I think Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
Yep. A Celebrity Death.
Oh, I love that show. There's a show they should bring back. They need to bring that back. Well, how celebrities are now, they need to bring that show back for sure. Put it on Netflix. Stream it.
What show is that?
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah.
Yes, as long as we can get as long as we can get some of those TikTok stars in it.
Speaking of Paris Hilton, she was fighting Nicole Richie on that show.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the show in so long.
My favorite fight is definitely Stallone and Schwarzenegger.
I need to watch it again.
I had an idea for a Stallone movie.
What you got?
Okay, Isaiah, imagine this. The ending of Rambo 4, you know how he's dressed when he's walking towards the ranch?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of dressed like that. So you get a kind of idea what era of Stallone. Same hair, everything. Highway to Heaven. How Michael Landon was kind of similar. And then do like a Highway to fucking movie with Stallone.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Like go for the true like sly, like how like people say like when he writes he's very he uses mythological and all these elements of like mystery and stuff. I think I would love to hear his thoughts on God and like That could be pretty cool.
What if you had Stallone do like a, like in from what we saw in Rambo, Last Blood, he looked pretty good dressed as a cowboy. What if we had like Stallone?
Stallone had an idea for a western. Is that what you're trying to say? Have him in a western?
Well,
He was
like,
supposed to be in Sin Silver.
What if you do a western? What if you do a western like High Noon or sort of maybe like High Noon?
Why the fuck not? Because
on-
westerns have been so mistreated so far. Because westerns is the main source of action movies. That's where action movies came from.
I'm looking for
Before
this
all the
script.
superhero shit.
Stallone wrote a
The
script.
original action heroes on the big screen were cowboys. I want to see more westerns.
Stallone wrote a script
Exactly.
for a western, I think back in the 70s, called Sin Silver, about holistic Jewish people who have to like hold their own somehow, kind of like Straw Dogs, but like a western, like a hardcore gritty western. I'm trying to find this fucking script, man.
You know,
I've been looking everywhere for this fucking thing.
Western. I even have an idea for a western, but it's kind of like a grindhouse type of western.
Yeah, we definitely need a grindhouse western.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would
Yeah.
like
That was a fun show.
speaking of westerns, what I would love to know, why is nobody with as popular as fan films are now, and as popular as the Man with No Name trilogy is, why has nobody ever made a fan film of the Man with No Name?
Why
They
the
have a
fuck
comic.
not?
Yeah.
They have a comic book series that continues it.
Yeah,
You know
called
what?
Man
Going
with No
back to
Name.
Clint
It's
Eastwood.
Clint
You know what?
Eastwood.
Going back to Clint Eastwood. You know what he should do next? Finish up that fucking Dirty Harry video game, because I have seen some new footage of it on YouTube. It was 90% finished. What the fuck happened with that? It was close to being finished.
Yeah.
just please finish the game, and
Just
because
hire a whole bunch of homebrewers to finish it.
you know what?
You know who was part of that cast for the Dirty Harry game? It was Lawrence Fishburne, Gene Hackman, Michael Biehn, Michael Chiklis from The Shield,
Wow.
Lucy Liu. It
the
would have been
fuck?
awesome. But
There's your
for some
Expendables.
reason, something fucking happened.
There's your Expendables
I had an
right
idea.
there.
I had an idea. I even had an idea for a good crossover. If Steve McQueen had lived, I would love to have seen a crossover of Dirty Harry and Bullet.
You know what? I
Yeah.
prefer better Dirty Harry and Death Wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I picked
Clint
Bullet,
Eastwood
and
and
Charles
Charles
Bronson.
Bronson finally
Epic.
together, because back then in the 70s they were just like Schwarzenegger and Stallone. They had a rivalry with each other.
the only
Imagine if Disney did that. Like they fucking grabbed. Now they have like all these different shows and stuff, right? But imagine where you could have a world that was like that, like a movie world where like Turner and Hooch can cross over with anything that they've bought. Like, if they bought property for like Rambo, they could do that.
Mhm.
They throw Rambo in there. Imagine
yeah.
if they tried something like that. That would be amazing.
Yeah, like
That'd be
the
fucking
Last
amazing.
Action Hero, of course.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I did pick Bullet was because both properties are owned by Warner Brothers, and both are San Francisco cops.
Steve McQueen. Steve
Yeah.
McQueen is one of my heroes. I love Steve McQueen.
Oh
He's
yeah,
one of my heroes. But now every time they think about Steve McQueen, they think about that director from 12 Years a Slave or whatever the fuck.
God, that movie. Oh God.
See, that's another thing. That,
And Brad Pitt of all people produced that movie. He won a fucking Oscar.
see, that's the thing that actually does get my goat. Like, dude, why not use a fucking stage name? Whatever happened to stage names? You're not
Absolutely.
You're
Look
not
at Michael B. Jordan. Look at Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan.
Exactly. Steve McQueen. I like to call him not Steve McQueen.
Absolutely.
But
He's not Steve McQueen. There's only one Steve
But-
McQueen.
Because here's the thing, okay? Albert Brooks. We all know him. We love him. You know what his real name is? You can look this up if you don't believe me. John, I think you have a computer near you. You can look this up. You know,
This is right
you know
here.
what Albert Brooks' real name is, right?
I don't know. I'm just.
His real name is Albert Einstein.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, Albert Lawrence Einstein.
no, I'm not.
and
gonna say-
you know what Michael Keaton's real name is, right?
Michael
Mike-
Douglas.
Mike Douglas.
Yes.
He's from PA, where I'm from, somewhere.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
the
yep.
thing. Why
Wow.
can't you just add a stage name? Like, call yourself Steve Queen. Okay?
Queen of Hearts.
Absolutely.
Junebug, do you have a plot ideas for Back to the Future 4 if there was one?
Yes, actually. See, I had an idea where, okay, yes, I did make the character I did make a character where she was a girl, but you know, it was
I
she was
thought to say I had the same idea. I had the same idea having the female, not Marty McFly, but a different character kind of like Marty, and she discovers the technology because Marty kind of runs his own business, and he works with the Brown brothers and Doc and Claire on mission because they travel through time and they come back.
Yeah.
And you know who I thought would be a perfect female, who's kind of, because she kind of reminds me of a female Michael J. Fox. I know she's done a lot of shitty movies, but she's a good actress. Chloe Grace Moretz.
And see, we kind of had the same idea a little bit. I made the character female, and like she's actually like the daughter of one of I think I said like the bass player for Marty's band.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
she's related to Marty, but not related. And so she befriends the Brown brothers, but they make a time machine to rescue Doc and Marty in ancient Rome.
Nice.
Oh, that'd be wicked.
And-
Yeah.
You're right. It's kind of close to my idea I had. Yeah.
So they make a time machine, but like because I knew I could not compete with the DeLorean, you know, so I just went funny with it. I just went so the time machine is one of those old, growing up in the Midwest, there's a certain type of farmers. They have these old big farm trucks from like the 1950s. They're like basically semis, but not semis, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
And they're all stick shifts. They're like very hard to start. Sometimes they always break down, and so that I made the time machine. Like I did
Nice.
the opposite of something cool like the DeLorean. I made it shitty, because
Right.
so like basically like the time machine will be
Can
sitting
you
there like,
imagine? Can you imagine if they had those hoverboard things, the hoverboards we had in real life, and tried to put them in those movies, but actually
yeah.
make those like time machines?
Oh, you know they're
Yeah.
gonna have that guy from the guy who does those airboard videos. They're gonna have him on that.
I even thought of and it helps me as a writer though to come up with said parts. I picked to play one of the Brown brothers, Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Oh,
That could work. That could work. Talk about nostalgia. That would be because he did Stranger Things. If they follow the Cobra Kai the route, I think it will work.
And so, but basically, like there's a scene in the time machine. They have to sit there and start the time machine. The whole joke with those old farm trucks is they don't work sometimes, but sometimes if you just like punch it just right, it works, like magic, So, but
Yeah.
You know what vehicle would make a good time machine in the franchise? They already did with a DeLorean. They already did with a train engine. I want to see a Harley Davidson as a time machine.
cool. But so with me, like, do we know what type of truck I'm talking about? It's these 1950s farm trucks. They basically
Yeah.
look like semis, and so that's what I went with the time machine. Oh, and it's a stick shift. Oh,
nice. Stick shift.
Okay.
so but that was the whole joke behind it. Like, it just doesn't work at all. So we, because it was just like, so like the whole scene where Cat, I named her Cat. Actually, after a girl I had a crush on in high school. So she sits there. What? You built a time machine out of a shitty farm truck? And then one of the Brown brothers says, "I got a great deal for it on Craigslist. I only got it for $2."
That'll be funny.
No,
Yeah.
it's funny, and that was my idea, and one of the funny things that my boss even said, you know what, just to appease you, since you're already going a little woke, he was more making fun of me, by making her female. I said you should just hint at the fact that she's bi, just to appease everybody.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Sure, I hint it. I'm not going to sit there and shove it down the throat that she's bi, but I'll hint at it.
Yeah.
You know what? I remember I had an idea back in a way long time ago before all this woke bullshit happened in 2007 about making the characters of Doc and Marty female. This was before all the woke crap. It was like Martha Marty McFly and Emma Doc Brown, and the two actresses I had in mind. For Marty, I had Hayden Panettiere, and for Doc, I had Whoopi Goldberg.
Huh.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean, it definitely sounds cool. You got a black female Doc and everything. So.
Yeah.
But gents, I got to roll out, guys.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be on here for a little bit longer, and that's it.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, Yenko. Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Nice meeting
thank
you
you
too,
for dropping
Yenko.
in,
Have a
man.
good one.
Yeah, man.
Massage.
You guys take it easy, and I'll catch you soon.
You
All
too.
right, man.
Good night.
Yeah,
Have a good one.
Fabio is actually working in my town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's working in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So
Who's
hopefully him and
working? Who's working?
Fabio.
Fabio.
Oh, he works. Oh, have you met him?
He's actually working in my town, so we're supposed to meet up here sometime soon. But yeah,
Oh, that's gonna be fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
what are the odds of that, right?
Yeah.
I know sometimes he goes live on Fridays.
Yeah, I was telling him I have some good restaurants to eat around here. So yeah, he's tried a few. But yeah,
You guys gotta go live.
yeah, that would be so cool just to do or even just like a picture, or something.
Yeah, picture, yeah.
But yeah.
But thank you for dropping in, man.
But yeah, man. Thanks for having me, guys, and you guys take care, man.
You too.
It was great meeting you, guy.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you. You have a good night, man.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Later.
Well, and one of the reasons I did pick Ancient Rome, though, as the premise where they have to go is Doc Brown, or Christopher Lloyd said that that's one place that he always wanted to go into the franchise is Ancient.
Man, that'd be
So-
interesting.
There's a comic book like what if? Speaking of what if, there is a Back to the Future comic book. What if they went back in time to stop Eric Stoltz from leaving the project?
I saw that. It was black and white, wasn't it?
Oh,
It was simple. It was really simple looking. Remember? It was really.
Could you please release the Eric Stoltz cut?
Yeah, I would love to see that. And why have Eric Stoltz talk about it? I understand he might be bitter about it, but it was young. It was a long time ago. I wouldn't mind hearing his finally hearing his side on the
He
whole
said he
story.
was in the film. He said there's shots of him still in the film,
Yeah, I'm not surprised of that. So yeah, that's right.
and they did that to Crispin Glover too, where they did that to him in part 2.
Listen, I understand it's not going to be finished and everything. I think for the next DVD release and Blu-ray release and 4K, whatever, can we just release as a special bonus DVD? You have Bob Gale and Bob Zemeckis say this cut is not finished. This is the entire movie. It's the Eric Stoltz cut.
Fuck the Snyder cut. I want to see the Stoltz cut. That's what I want.
Should have known that was coming. Just out of curiosity, how much did Stoltz film that of Back to the Future? I thought it was only for a little bit.
They keep changing their story.
I remember they shot. He was in the scene where he's about to go back home, where the lightning's about to strike. I think it was. So I guess that tells you they were half finished near the end.
Well, they could have shot test stuff too, or whatever they had set up, because I think that was all set up in the same place, right? The same. It was a lot, and
You know what's strange? Michael J. Fox found out they were shooting Back to the Future while he was shooting Teen Wolf at the same time, and then Eric Stoltz got left, and then Michael J. Fox came in, and Back to the Future came out first, and then after that, the same year, it was Teen Wolf.
Well,
And then
what I heard is Teen Wolf was originally going to come out, because I think Teen Wolf was originally going to be a TV movie, actually. and then they realized. Wait
Yeah,
a
I
minute,
remember Michael J. Fox. He did some TV movies. I remember.
So what I heard is that they realized that when they realized that Back to the Future was going to be a hit, they pushed the production back to of Teen Wolf, and it was released like a month later after Back to the Future.
Huh.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox, he's one of my heroes. I love that guy to death, especially Back to the Future and Teen Wolf. Have you? I mentioned this movie before. Have you ever seen him in this movie called Secret of My Success?
I've heard about it.
I've seen the first like 10 minutes of it. It was pretty good.
I've seen a
It's
little.
like a male version of Working Girl. So, like I said, you can nickname it Working Girl because it almost had the same storyline.
Yeah, except this one I don't think was quite successful, right?
No, Secret of My Success was a hit. It was like number one. I heard it was number one for a couple of weeks. It was a huge hit.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know.
And, speaking of Supergirl, Helen Slater was in it.
Yeah,
she played
I know.
she
She was in
played the
the-
love interest in that. Yeah.
Did he do that like summer camp movie for TV?
Poison
Poison Ivy.
Ivy. Him and Nancy McKeon. And I remember he
Yeah.
did this one movie called High School USA. It was like a group of all these TV stars in one movie. He was the friend of the kid from Different Strokes of Willis, the guy who played Willis, Todd Bridges.
Huh.
Mm.
I love light.
Anthony Edwards was in it too.
I love Light and Day.
Oh, him and Joan Jett. Yeah, Joan Jett. Yeah, him and Joan Jett, the siblings. Yeah, brother and sister.
What movie was that?
Light and Day.
I never
Light
heard
of Day.
Light of Day. We all heard about what Bruce Springsteen, how Bruce Springsteen has gone woke now.
Oh.
What happened to Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, he said some stuff,
I heard some crazy, creepy rumors like R. Kelly, that he's a pedophile. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know that song he did, "I'm on Fire"? You know the lyrics, "Hey little girl, is your daddy home? Did he leave you home alone? I have this desire, I'm on fire." That's the rumor I've been hearing.
He married Alea when she was 15 years old.
Jesus Christ.
He's scum, that guy.
But yeah. Bruce Springsteen went woke, and I got to see Joan Jett live, and she played Light and Springsteen wrote that song, and you could subtly see Joan Jett. I think it's just because she was being professional. She didn't want to call out Bruce Springsteen, but she underneath her guitar she flipped the bird to Bruce Springsteen.
Dang.
Because
what song did he help her write? What was it?
Light and Day.
Oh.
Bruce Springsteen wrote that song.
Courtney Cox got her big break in one of his videos, right? You remember that?
Yeah, Dancing in the Dark.
And of course, Alfonso, what's his name from Fresh Prince? He took that dance and turned it into the Carlton dance. He mentioned that in an interview that he was inspired by the Courtney Cox dance.
Wow. I didn't know that. Anyway, I'll probably go on for like maybe a few more minutes.
Hey, I was gonna have this idea. Like, how about this? If they did another Halloween film, but had, let's say, Jim Caviezel, kind of like similar to his character in Highwayman, do you think that'd be an interesting Halloween sequel? Right there?
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
I can
Like
see
maybe
that.
he's tracking Michael for revenge or something like that. That would be a nice.
You know what? I had an idea of a Halloween night, Friday the 13th crossover where it's Halloween at Crystal Lake, and Michael Myers he's wandering around, and he takes just like New Beginning, he takes the mantle of Jason. No. It's Jason. It's Jason who takes them out with Michael Myers.
They did a short film on that, actually.
That would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think they did a fan film on that. Yeah.
I had
But
Still, I can see that as a good movie. I can see that as a real movie. That would be
And actually, it'd be directed by Panos Cosmatos, the guy that did Mandy. That'd be kind of involve like kind of a revenge film type of deal. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I had an idea where it was the son of Dr. Loomis carrying on his father's legacy, basically, And
I had another idea of Halloween where it takes place outside, like Last Action Hero, where it takes place outside the movie world, and you have like it takes place in Chicago, and Jamie Lee Curtis is Dr. Loomis, and Daniel Harris and Abby Cornell. They're two police officers on the hunt for Michael Myers, a Michael Myers copycat wandering around.
huh.
I had an idea like it takes place out of the Halloween movie world and like into the real world, and how people are so obsessed with Michael Myers, just like people were obsessed with the Scream killer. You remember the Scream movies? They were so obsessed with the killer. What if that was in Halloween? There's a way to make something different for the franchise.
Yeah.
Well, and who I had the idea to play the son of Dr. Loomis. I picked Bob Hopkins.
But he's dead now.
Well, obviously this was before he died.
Yeah.
Or there's a character actor. He's a that guy actor. You would know him if you saw his face. Avari is his name.
The guy from the Mummy.
Yes.
Which guy?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he was in Deep Rising, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's been in all sorts of things. You know,
I love to see that. I just saw. You know what? I just saw last Halloween. I even saw some Halloween fan films that were so good. They even made one of the characters related to Dr. Loomis.
yeah. So
I'm
that's
telling you, these fan films, the fans are doing it 10 times better than fucking Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, the thing is, like I say, oh, well, I agree with him that some of these fans should direct actual movies, but the problem is, one of the reasons why that'll never happen is you see, Hollywood sees these fan films as copyright infringement.
What the fuck ever? They're just fucking jealous because they're doing it better than they can.
So
That's the great thing is like what people don't realize is that like anyone can make their own movie.
Yeah.
You know, you could just
Why
do
not?
it.
if you're going to make a fan film, guess what? You know, I'll just say this. You know, there's plenty of public domain material out there. Like you could make a fan film of Sherlock Holmes, or you could make a fan film of, you know, Dracula or something. You know, like here's the thing. Like I want to see a fan film of, and if I had the budget, I could do it. Why not do a fan film, but make a good version of Dracula versus the monster? Nobody has ever done that.
I just saw a good fan film based off of Psycho, but it's from that guy I was once a fan of. That guy who's kind of, you know, woke in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the guy I'm talking about, Matt. You know who I'm talking about.
What did he do? What's
He did a psycho fan film called Mother.
Was he the psycho?
No.
I don't know. I'm just joking.
I don't know who you're talking about.
His name is
No,
Chris,
no.
His name is Chris something. Chris Natola something.
Oh, okay.
He did the fan
No,
film
no.
Escape, that crossover of Escape from New York and Big Trouble in Little China.
Chris
He did the
Klein?
Predator one.
Yeah.
He did the Predator.
He did.
He did a good one on Knight Rider and Unbreakable.
He did El Mariachi, an El Mariachi one.
He did one on Ghostbusters. I called him. I even called him the Steven Spielberg of fan films because he does a good job.
Yeah,
he did one on
he's pretty
fucking
good.
John Wick. He did one on fucking John Wick and Batman with the Michael Keaton suit. It was pretty good.
I didn't know
Wow.
that. I'm subscribed to that guy's channel. He would.
He even did one on fucking They Live. It was called They Still Live, which was pretty good.
I didn't even know that guy went woke. What?
He's pretty cool. His work is pretty good. I'll say that.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know him personally, but
Me neither.
What happened? How did he go woke?
he just got upset a bit.
I don't
Yeah.
even want to go. I don't even want to go into it because I respect the guy's work because I don't want to give him a bad name. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if it's okay with John, after we end the live, we could say privately or something, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go in too much longer, to be honest. It's starting to hit me.
You know what? Speaking of Eddie Murphy, I just watched The Golden Child again. I've been watching it for 5 days, and that movie still holds up. It makes me feel good every time I fucking watch it, and I don't get why people should. It's very underrated.
I've been meaning to watch that again because I haven't seen it since I was a little kid. So I'm
Really?
gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it on Oculus, man, on Amazon. I have it.
It's such a good movie, man.
It's a great
It
movie.
really is. And of course, you know the story about John Carpenter was supposed to do it, and with Mel Gibson and stuff like that.
That would have been interesting.
It's kind of like Eddie Murphy's take on Indiana Jones. Like, what if Eddie Murphy played Indiana Jones, but he's not actually playing Indiana Jones. He's playing a character who gets mixed up into this crazy situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if here's something. I actually got permission from the writer of the short stories of Ford Fairlane to write a sequel to the movie Ford Fairlane, because I told him how much
that'd be awesome.
I love Ford Fairlane.
I love that movie. I don't get. That's a very Andrew Dice Clay. That would have been his big break. And you know what?
Gotta bring back that
I'm a huge
koala.
fan of Billy Idol. His song
Mhm.
"Cradle of Love" was one of the songs in that movie. It was they made a music video with footage.
Robert
from the movie.
England.
Yeah.
Robert England was
I
amazing.
forgot he was in that.
There's
I
the
forgot
villain.
he was in that.
But
Yeah.
here's my question.
Or the other guy,
Hello,
Gilbert
hello, hello.
Godfrey.
Ed O'Neill, booty
Ed
time,
O'Neill,
booty
booty time.
time.
Like I said before, you had Wayne Newton as the villain.
But here's
And
my,
I
but
forget
here's my
I forget who the actress is. She played Zuzu Petals. She was in Some Kind of Wonderful and all those other films.
Maddie Corman.
Maddie Corman, yeah.
But here's my question.
You got it, dude. You got to bring back that koala. That koala's got to come back.
Well up there.
Well, if let's say this, how would you write where would you take the story for Ford Fairlane 2?
He's still got to be doing what he's doing, but like just how he would be doing that today.
Not to mention Lauren Holly was pretty good back in the day.
I would love to see her. I would love to see her come back for it. I love her. She's gorgeous. I love Lauren Holly.
See, I had an
Where's
idea.
she at?
She could be the heart of the movie, actually.
Remember
Probably,
she played Bruce Lee's wife on Dragon, the Bruce Lee story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She also
Yeah.
was in. She was in another film I remember not minding. Actually, it was called Turbulence with her. And
I
Ray Liotta.
love that movie. That Ray Liotta was a nut in that. It was kind of like Speed with an airplane. In the
Yeah.
way.
Say your prayers.
Where would you guys take the story though for Ford Fairlane 2?
Interesting.
I need to watch it again, to be honest.
Gilbert Godfrey hires him.
See,
I would like to see him somewhere. I would like to see him somewhere in Japan, maybe, because you remember that movie he did called Brain Smasher with Terry
Love
Hatcher.
story.
Mhm.
I want to see something like that.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
You never
It's
seen that
one-
movie?
It's one that I always mean to watch it, but I never watch it. Is it good?
It's really good. It's very funny. It's very funny. And it has Chosen in it. He plays the villain, the guy who plays Chosen. He comes back for Cobra Kai. He's in it. He plays the villain.
Wow, he's good.
That could work with what I was trying to write, because I did want Ford to have a partner in it, somebody to play off of Andrew Dice Clay, because
You know what? Bring Terry Hatcher back. Have her play his partner. What is she doing?
I actually picked Idris Elba.
You pick who?
Idris Elba to play the straight man.
Why? Yeah, why not?
And then I picked Tony Jaa. To have a sort of a trio, a buddy trio movie with Andrew Dice Clay, Idris Elba, and Tony Jaa. And like the story I had in mind was, the famous bass that Paul McCartney has in the Beatles.
Yeah.
That bass is stolen. We don't know where it is.
Wow.
And they bring Ford Fairlane in because he's known as the rock and roll cop, and this is a situation dealing with rock and roll, right?
So Paul, somebody even if I couldn't get Paul McCartney, it's like this band that even if I couldn't get the Beatles and everything, it would be probably like Paul McCartney saying it basically just be Paul McCartney playing Paul McCartney. And even if you could get Beatles, it's obvious
What about Ringo Starr? How about you bring him in too?
Oh, I'd bring go in.
So who hit the Beetle, boys?
So who bit the beetle, baby?
Who's got my Beetle juice?
I did have an awesome idea. But the koala bear, yes, the koala bear was going to come back, but this time I was going to make it look more fakey, like a guy, like cast a little person in an obvious koala bear costume.
Oh.
And so, like, I was like, somebody said you should just have the koala bear, just go.
You got that's gotta go animatronic, man. Build like a little robot.
No, cast a little guy. And then
You okay there, John?
Yeah, just
costume, but
yeah, I know the feeling.
You should have the koala bear, like his weapon is a bunch of Uzis, and just have the koala bear go crazy. Like I said, yes. Because what I basically was going to try to do with that movie, because I think that just take the comedy up to Naked Gun level, but make it action based too. Just because I think that tone before failing could definitely work with Naked Gun.
Yeah, a better him than fucking Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's gonna be Naked Gun
Those talks of a reboot.
with Liam Neeson.
I wouldn't mind Liam Neeson doing comedy like
You
that.
know what's
I
gonna
wouldn't mind
happen?
him doing comedy like that.
Someone's gonna steal the gun.
he
Someone's
should
gonna steal the
do
Naked
his own
Gun thing,
movie.
Well,
and
hey,
then he's gonna have to go after them.
Hey, I'd rather take Liam Neeson over
He will find them and he will kill them.
Ed Helms, who was originally considered.
It's gonna be like the Maltese Falcon. He's got like,
Because Leslie Nielsen started out as a serious actor, as a dramatic actor. Then he wanted to do comedy, and now look at Liam Neeson. He started out as a dramatic actor, and now he's known as the action guy. And now, can you imagine him going from that to comedy?
I want to see him do like a stoic comedy or something.
Leslie Nielsen was the captain in the Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah,
he was. And he was in the original Ransom. You remember the movie Ransom with Mel Gibson? He was in the original. He was in the original. He played a detective. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then he was then right before he did Naked Gun, he did a film with Barbara Streisand called Nuts or something like that. I think.
Oh my God, I remember him in that. Oh my God, he fucking snapped in that movie. He fucking snapped on that movie.
Do you know? They were originally going to cast.
What do you mean by snapped? Wow, man, just out of curiosity.
Barbara Streisand, she played a prostitute.
Yeah, I remember.
And he played like some guy who hired her, and he was getting all rough on her. And he was wearing some black underwear, and it was punching and slapping on her. Oh my God.
They made a. Oh, I do remember that. Reading this, in the original, who they really wanted in the Poseidon Adventure, they originally wanted Scott as the Gene Hackman role, and then Walter Matthau as the Ernest Borgnine role.
Oh
wow!
I love that movie though. I would love to, that's one thing we need. We need to bring back real disaster movies again,
They should. I think the only overrated, the one that kind of brought it back, but still overrated, was Titanic.
I tried the
No.
I tried the Oculus 9/11 video.
I did. I know what you're talking about, man. That was rough. That was fucking rough.
My heart broke. Like my heart literally broke because it was exactly what you said, like a disaster movie. It was.
Why not do?
There's no words to describe it. It was so fucking sad.
Why not do this? Make Nothing Last Forever. The book that was based on Die Hard into a movie, but cast one of these older action stars, because that guy is supposed. Joe Leland did not supposed to be like in his 60s.
Frank Sinatra, you know that character was based off a character of Frank Sinatra played. It was that book was a sequel to a movie he did called The Detective.
Yeah,
and they wanted Frank Sinatra in it, but he's like, no one's gonna buy me. I'm too old.
So why don't you get here? I'm just gonna throw something out there. Like, let's say you get Stallone or something in Last Forever and have him. You could nobody like people. I think movie fans know that movie, The Detective, but just call him Joe Leland.
Yeah.
And cross it over with that other book, because there's another book for Die Hard 2.
I don't think Clint Eastwood would do it. I don't think Clint Eastwood. I can see Clint Eastwood, but I don't think he's that physically.
I say get Stallone, because Stallone has never done really that type of.
You know,
Die
if
Hard
you look
2
at
has
it,
another
Die Hard
book,
was
though.
inspired by Rambo, because when Die Hard came out, you had all these one man army. They even when Die Hard came out, it was called Rambo in an office building. You want to talk about Die Hard on a ship, Die Hard on that? That before that, they called it Rambo in an office building. That's what Die Hard was.
Yeah.
Because the reason I bring that up is because that movie was inspired by the Towering Inferno.
I see. I love the Towering Inferno. I see that because I saw a documentary. They mentioned that about it.
Yeah.
But there was another book from Die Hard 2.
I know where you're going.
I bought it, but fuck, I don't remember the name of it.
That's what
It was like
58 minutes.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
You know, if I want to see a reboot to a franchise nowadays, that was already a movie. This one's very personal to me. I want to see Remo Williams, the Destroyer. That's what I want to see.
You know what I want to see?
Mhm.
And you know what? You could easily do this and make it. People say it's racist now, but I want to see a reboot of Charlie Chan.
Okay.
Because that movie actually that movie series holds the record of the longest movie series with the most movies in 47 movies.
47. I never even saw one of them.
Charlie Chan, it's considered racist now because Charlie Chan is a Asian detective, and they never casted an Asian as the role. But you could cast an Asian now. You could get Donnie Yen would be a very good. Basically it'd be Donnie Yen. He wouldn't use his martial arts, but he would be a detective. So he would have to more rely on his acting skills versus his martial arts skills.
I like him.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. You have all these other actors playing who are African Americans who are African American but end up playing Hispanic characters, and no one bitches about that.
Yep.
Well, I'm watching Die Hard 2 right now. Franco Nero, he plays a Hispanic guy in it, and he's Italian.
Yeah, you don't see nobody bitch about that, but this other stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, here's the thing: they need to realize,
they're fucking actors. That's the point. They're actors.
Just the facts, man.
I keep saying this. I'm going to continue to say this. We have gone back to the early 70s way of making movies. Now, while there were some great movies made in the early 70s, and we've talked about a few of them in tonight's stream, but in the early 70s, marketing people were hired by the studios to make movies. And marketing people do not know how to make movies. If you don't believe me about marketing people making movies now, there is an actual bidding war. And when I say bidding war, literally every studio was bidding over to make an emoji movie. And look what happened.
Piece of shit.
Have you guys seen that documentary for the Cleopatra movie?
Yes.
What's it called?
I don't remember. I think it's called Cleopatra or something.
You know what? I just saw
so
another
good
good movie on Netflix. despite the cons of Netflix, they come out with some great movies and content in Hollywood. Yeah, I just saw this one movie that just came out on Netflix. It's called Intrusion. It's a very good Alfred Hitchcock Hitchcockian thriller. It's very stylized. It has a very good twist. A very good movie. It's called Intrusion.
Yeah,
But
well,
Wow.
I look at it this way: the certain stuff on Netflix that we're talking about, that Netflix, supporting things that are very disturbing.
Cuties for one.
Yeah. So Cuties
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. The great thing is, you don't have to watch that. So
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Hey, excuse me, guys. I'm going to go on and jump off. But John,
Yeah.
thanks for inviting me, and it was cool interacting with you again, Ty, Studio Red Band, and Wildman Beyond. Always
Thank
a pleasure.
you very much.
Our
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Come beam back down anytime, Scotty.
Thank you, Scotty.
All right. Thank you.
See you in the stars.
Have a
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thanks, John.
Have a good one.
You too.
Ciao.
Yeah, I'm about to probably wrap up here, and
I'll just for my closing remark, I think I'm going to do Cleopatra review for Halloween, just because like it was such a hard fucking movie to make,
yeah,
and like I've never seen it. It was like my mom's favorite movie, and I've never seen it, so I gotta watch it.
it is good. I like it.
Oh, and by the way, my last comment. For Halloween. I'm actually planning to dress up as a Lost Boy for Halloween.
that'd be cool.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Put a stake in the heart of the reboot.
Absolutely.
I'll leave this as a last statement then. I guess for Halloween, I'm just gonna have candy and cake, because I will be 29.
Awesome.
That's true. You and my wife have the same birthday.
Along with John Candy, Peter Jackson, Dermot Mulroney, and and some other people too. But I just find it really cool that I was born on the same day as John Candy.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
That's
candy
very,
man.
That's very sweet. That's very sweet.
And Peter
Should-
Jackson.
You should go as Uncle Buck.
Why
Yeah.
the fuck not? Yeah, or even better, Bart from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
I should go as Uncle Buck. I'm fat enough.
Or Del Griffith and just hold up shower curtain rings.
Absolutely.
Anyway. But
All right, gentlemen, it's been fun.
yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it again.
Hey,
Always love talking to you guys. Always.
Anytime you want to do it, I'll be there.
And I'll have
I had
more
a great
of these.
time with everybody tonight.
hey, I'm gonna get Fabio on here. We want to talk to him live.
Oh,
Oh my god.
We're gonna get other people. I mean, like, Yenko is cool to talk to him. I never talked to him before, and he
Yeah.
jumped in tonight.
You need to just let Fabio know when you're thinking about going live, and see when his busy schedule can match up.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's really cool to talk to the Italian stallion.
He's
No,
amazing.
we're gonna do it.
Yeah, well, because me and Fabio agree a lot on certain issues.
Yeah. But
And
Yeah,
and I introduced him to Cobra Kai. He's a big fan of it now.
Yeah.
We're gonna get everybody in. Like it was cool to see Yenko, and that was nice
Hey.
that he dropped in.
Yeah, he seems like a very cool guy. It was like nice to talk to him.
Heck,
But
you can Rambo Raff in here.
I would love it.
That
If
would be
I
a
could-
dream. That would be a dream come true for sure.
As long as he has connection, I'm sure he could. I mean, look what Matt Tom. I mean, you can do it via the phone. So,
Yeah.
but
I'm doing it.
yeah, I'm on the computer. I'm ready to get up too. But thank you guys for coming in and having fun, and I had fun. I mean, as tired as I may seem in the last 45 minutes, but I still had fun.
As always.
Every time. Thank you guys for being just so cool. Because, man, life is hard right now, and it's great that we can all get together and just really like blow off steam and talk and hang out and shit. So
Oh yeah.
Well, I appreciate the fact, none of you guys, we all know that we're all movie lovers, but I appreciate the fact that you guys aren't a bunch. Like, we know what I mean. Like, there are some movie buffs who are just nothing but a bunch of film snobs.
Yeah.
Who, and we all know what type of movie buffs I'm talking about. I appreciate
we're like Coca-Cola Classic. We're the real deal. That you can't beat the real thing. That other thing was just Coke is fake. They're Coke fans. They're Coke drinkers.
And they're on Coke.
We're the expendables of
Exactly.
We're the expendables of podcast radio.
Absolutely.
Those people still probably drink Coke when it had Coke in it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'll go off on this. This will be my closing remark. Isaiah, you know what we should do?
What?
We should get a Facebook up for the Old School Losers Club.
I've been trying. I haven't brought that up in years. I might try bringing that back up again. Maybe we'll see what happens.
That would be awesome.
You guys will have my moral support there because I deleted Facebook about 7 years ago.
Dang. But thank you guys, and I had a lot of fun, and we'll do this again very soon.
All right.
Likewise. See you in the stars. Good night.
Have a good night.
All right.
Have a good night, guys.
Ciao.
All right.